look at that. A victory Wednesday. Does that deserve a guttural yell, Paulie?
A performance like that? I'm going to say yes.
Yeah! Nikki P. Pinpoint Nikki Pivetta yesterday. Feels so good. Feels so good to get a dub and come in here this morning. And I'll tell you who's probably the most relieved. It's Benjamin Higgins is my guess, because nobody wants to go on vacation and a long losing streak continues. But good morning, everybody. You are listening to Ben and Woods on 97.3 The Fan. It is it's truly our pleasure to be here with you. And we are a man down today. It's Ben Higgins. He is on his golfing vacation. We do have his cardboard cutout in his chair. It's very creepy, but it does breed a little sense of comfort and familiarity. Hi, buddy. How are you? You're just sitting there, not saying anything, which sometimes that happens in here.
Yeah, this is not that crazy.
I'll be talking to him, and he's not looking forward. He'll be looking down at his phone, making Masters picks, texting someone furiously in the middle of a conversation. But it's good to be here. I'm Woodsy.
Good morning.
Good morning, Ben. How are you?
Good morning.
I said good morning. I hope you're well. I think he's on his way.
Hey, how's it going?
It's good. We're great. We're just trying to do a radio show here. So if we could just get started, that would be great, buddy. It may freak.
I don't like the cardboard cutout.
I kind of like it, and I kind of hate it. I'm going to see how long we can do it, but I keep glancing over to it.
It's really weird. It's like perfectly his height,
yeah,
and it looks like he's in here with us, but he's not.
It's the stare. It's just the creepy stare straight ahead. Oh man, I'm Woody. Paul Reindl is the executive producer of the program, and slides up to essentially co-host. Everybody, we're playing out of position today.
Oh yeah,
I'm Jose Iglesias playing left. And Paulie, I'm going to need you to catch today. So Paulie's behind the dish. He's got the gear on, and we're ready to go.
It's like, let's see here. Gavin Sheets, have you caught before?
Yeah.
High school? It's fine.
It is wonderful, though, to be in here. And I'm very happy for Ben, as I always am, because the guy works insane hours. He deals with a lot. He deals with a lot. He has his fingers in a lot of pies. Does that make sense?
Yes.
He has a lot of irons in the fire, as it were. He does a lot and puts up with a lot, mostly from me and Paulie, but other places too. And
I think he's still working out that new work schedule.
Yeah.
That's a big lifestyle change.
It's a massive one for him. And I think about him every single Friday, because at 10:01, your boy here, I am dancing down to the parking lot. I'm done for the day. And I think about him having to leave here on a Friday and then go work till 11 that night. But he used to have Fridays off, but then he was working Saturday. He was working Sunday. He has a semi-normal life now, to where he has his weekends off like a normal person.
It's definitely better. It's just a big adjustment.
It's a huge, huge adjustment for him. So I'm happy for him, man. This trip for him, he loves it because it doesn't cost him a lot of money. He gets to fly out to Vegas. His buddy,
the fact that he's even flying instead of I could save $40.
It tells you that he's really splurging on this. And his buddy is a great guy. We've met Scotty a bunch. We play golf with Scotty. He's a great dude, and Scotty takes good care of him. Right? Scotty knows too. This guy's got it. He's got it rough. I'm going to take care of my guy when he comes out here. Belongs to a really nice country club out in Henderson, Nevada. And they go out there. It's their member guest tournament. They get to play golf. They get to eat, treated like kings the whole time. So it's so great for him. You couldn't draw up a better a vacation for him. You really couldn't.
It's not a long flight.
Nope.
Nice, easy trip.
Yep.
Familiar. Cheap.
His buddy
staying for free.
Staying at the house for free. Getting the most of your meals, paid for. They'll probably hit the casinos a little bit. He likes to go play Texas Hold'em and stuff. So this is a true dream vacation for Ben.
Yeah, they'll hit those off strip.
Yeah.
Locals only.
The Henderson. Yeah, down at the gas station. The Terrible's gas station. Loves to play slots at Terrible's. But no, man, I'm stoked for him, and we'll hold it down until he gets back. He'll be back Monday, so I'm stoked for him to be able to play golf and do all that, man. He deserves it, certainly. So we'll have fun. We got a really fun show planned for you today. We always get up to some shenanigans when Benny is gone, certainly. But, man, I want to start, Paulie. I love this job so much. I love our audience so much. It's everything I ever dreamed of when I started in this business. I've got it. Like I'm at the top of the mountain as far as everything that I ever wanted. I will say this. I would quit today if I could find a job that paid me what I make now to just coach Little League, because I do feel like that's my favorite thing to do in the world right now. I'm having so much fun coaching. I can't even tell you. Now, hope my youngest isn't listening. And I mean rookie ball. The machine pitch, still not ideal, right? I want to get to the real baseball.
It's coming.
It's coming. Paulie, when I take the field, like yesterday, we had a game at 4:00, and I'm so happy to go out there. And I think I really like just yelling at kids. I think that's the best part of it for me. Not yelling at them, but yelling.
But kind of yelling at
but
them.
Kind of yelling at them. But teaching them the game is my favorite thing in the whole wide world. And again, if somebody wanted to pay me to do this full time, I love you. I love Ben. I got to go because I'm going to be at the field working on situations with my kids. I have so much fun doing it. We had such a great game last night. Competitive game. The other team played defense. They hit. It makes all the difference. But before the game, so I got my kids out. I got 13 kids. They all showed up. So that's a lot of dudes. Get them out on the field, and we start running scenarios, which is my favorite thing to do. And I remember being a kid, it was my least favorite thing to do because
I love that in practice.
Well, I did once I knew what I was doing.
Okay.
When I first started, it was like, you need to be there. You got to cover where you're supposed to be on this. Coaches have this thing too. They ask you, instead of telling you, where do you think you were supposed to be on that play? And all these kids, they're 7. They're like, they point, second base. No, not second. Why would you go to second base, right? Like, so that's the part for me that's so good. But then you hit a grounder to the second. You do. All right, guys, runner on first, 1 out. Okay, know where you're going. You hit a grounder to the second baseman. You see the shortstop tearing ass over. Now, the throw goes sailing over his head. It's fine.
But at least he knew where
he knew where everyone's going to their right place. And then the game starts. And we made, Paulie, the team we played had probably 12 kids. So they batted through, but they did take their kids off the base when they got out, which was good. And it rewards your kids for making plays. They had 12 kids come up. We probably got 10 outs.
Wow.
It was in the first inning.
Wow.
It was unbelievable. Bo made a couple of great plays. My second baseman made plays. We got force outs at second. My heart was exploding. I was so happy. Then the second inning was maybe the worst defensive inning kids could ever have. It was horrible. We booted balls, threw balls away. But I'm telling you, man, it gives me so much joy to do it. And I sit and look at the schedule and long for the next game. I'm just having a blast with it. I'm having a blast.
Coaching is so much fun. I coached high school ball for like 6 years, freshman team, got to run the team my way. And it was so much fun. I loved it. But dude, when I broke it down, those high school balls, those, practices or games 5 days a week, sometimes on Saturdays.
That's a lot.
6 days a week. I was always there an hour before the first kid and an hour after the last kid.
Yep. Raking
the field, driving the cart around, taking care of the place. And I started breaking it down. I got like a little bit of a stipend for being the, lowest man on the totem pole, coaching the freshman team. And I did the math, broke it down. It was about $2 an hour.
Yeah. $2 an hour.
Oh man, I really have to view this as a volunteer job.
Yeah, that's $2
with a nice little bonus.
That's $2 an hour more than I get, but I would pay. I mean, I love it.
My point is, I would do it. I would love to do that more. If I could make it work.
Yeah.
But you're talking like 4 or 5 hours a day, 5-6 days a week. That's a lot of time to just give up for free.
It is, and I'm having so much fun doing it. Now, I will say, having to go back to T-ball is a little bit tough. It is. And remember how passionate I was about coaching T-ball. And so I'm trying to give them the same.
So Bo's on machine pitch
and Taylor's on T-ball. And they're both doing great. And they're both having so much fun, which is the most important thing. And they're both turning into, really good leaders out there picking up teammates, being supportive, all that. Like, that's the thing I care most about.
Mhm.
And I'm just having a ball with it. Now, after coaching a rookies game, then you got to go coach T-ball. I did teach me something, though. I was like, oh, okay. Fun. Just have fun, guys. Roll around, dive around, be there with your friends or whatever. But I'm telling you, man, I love every single part of it. And coaching my kids is just my greatest pleasure. So I just wanted to start there. If anybody wants to pay me we can talk offline and I'll tell you what I make. And then if you can offer me the same, I'll just coach. I'll get up every day and just go coach because I love it. Don't like so much taking care of the fields and setting up the machine and all that. I just you know me. I like to show and I like to go. That's what I want to do. I want to get my hands in there and get these kids dialed in. Gotten some good responses from the parents. Got some good responses from the opposing parents the other day, which really meant a lot to me.
That's cool.
And it's just becoming quickly my favorite thing to do on the planet. And I don't know how long I'm going to keep playing on Sundays, but I enjoy that.
Those parents will get to you in a couple of years.
Oh, I know. Trust me.
It's coming.
I'm trying, I try to set the tone early. I have kids on the bench. We've talked about it before because I don't want 13 kids out there running and diving on each other and distracting each other. So it's been amazing. Speaking of amazing. So this is what I was running up against though last night. So the game started at 4. Padres started at 3:40. But at 3 o'clock, I'm on the field setting up the machine, getting the bases put in, ready to go. I'm not looking at my phone. My phone's in my pocket. I'm dialed in on what I'm doing and staying present for my kids and everything else. So I thought to myself, well, it's me and Paulie tomorrow. I'm going to need to watch this game, right? I have to watch this game. But then the game ends. Hannah goes, I'm going to take the kids to In-N-Out. You go home and start prepping and do what you need to do. I said, thanks, babe. So I go home. And now I looked at my phone and I had 100 text messages. Hell yeah. Oh, Diaz, exclamation point, exclamation point. Nikki P. I'm like, okay.
Time to figure out what I missed.
So I look up the box score. It's 2-0. I get home in time to watch Adam and Suarez close it out.
Yeah.
And then I think to myself, do I really need to go back and watch at this point? And
I almost texted you last night. We were texting at, I don't know, 8 o'clock, kind of both getting ready to fall asleep.
Yeah.
And I almost asked, like, did you end up watching the game? Because I don't know that you really needed to.
That's the thing. It's like,
I don't know that watching the game, and I'm not trying to reveal any of our secrets if we're ever busy and miss a game, but reading the box score and the recap was pretty accurate. There was our Padres wrap up here in 20, 30 minutes.
It's our wrap up today.
Our wrap up. It's like 3 highlights. There wasn't a whole lot.
So it was actually maybe the perfect situation for a guy that had to host for his buddy and that had a little league game last night. Because again, I get in 2-0 and I'm 3 minutes from the field. I fill up with gas and then I get home and I put the game on. And like I said,
I got the MLB package, right?
Yeah.
They got the condensed games. They have the highlights.
So I walked in. Jason Adams, Mason McCoy makes a couple really brilliant plays. Robert Suarez pops up and boom, boom, boom. We're out. We get a win. I'm elated. And so I go, I don't know that I can sit Paulie through this 2-0 game in the middle innings. There's just no reason. There's no reason at all to do it. So I did catch the highlights.
I was working. I was sitting there. I had my iPad going. I'm working.
Because you had hoops.
I had hoops. So I left in the 8th and listened to the rest of the game with Jesse and Tony on sitting in traffic. But I'm sitting there. I'm kind of working because I didn't want to get a whole bunch of work done when I got home late.
Oh, yeah.
I'm getting it all done. I'm kind of tuned out of the game a little bit. I'm it was a fairly boring.
Yeah.
Which boring doesn't mean bad.
Boring doesn't mean bad.
Boring does not mean bad.
It actually means good.
Flaherty was efficient. Nikki P was
Flaherty
efficient.
was really good. Really good. I watched his highlights this morning. I mean, the guy struck out 9. He was unbelievable.
All 2 runs in the game, scored on 1 swing of the bat. You're like, okay, some good defensive plays. But it was quick, easy game.
That's like a
just
dream. It's a dream for me, dream for Padres fans, dream for the broadcasters last night. It really was a nice win.
NQP, huh?
And we obviously will talk at length about Nick Pivetta in our Padres wrap up, certainly. He's unbelievable. The start that he's gotten off to. And again, man, this team, they go out, They get 2 runs, and it turns out that's all they need because of this incredible bullpen, because of Nick Pivetta's incredible outing last night, and the defense of Mason McCoy, of all people, showing up and just flashing his leather. And it started, I think, was that the first inning he made that catch on the line? Probably made that play a little harder than he had to. But again, makes the catch, gets out. And they battled Jack Flaherty, who had his A stuff last night.
He's good, man.
He is really good. And he hung. It's like what happened.
He's like their 3.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. And it's exactly what happened to Michael King the other night. I mean, absolutely dominant stuff. Hangs 1 pitch, 2-0. It's the similarities are staggering.
Yeah.
Speaking of Michael King, we will be talking to the great Michael King at 8 a.m. this morning. Excited for that. So we got a fun show for you guys. Thanks so much for being here.
What's up? This is Michael King.
Hey, Michael. Be talking to you here in a couple of hours. Yes, Caitlin. We absolutely will talk about that crazy Dodger game last night. We got a crazy story.
They're showing highlights on MLB Network right now.
I watched
11 to 10. Cubs walk it off in extras, and I'm going, yeah, if we're doing Chicago or LA radio, that would have been a game you probably had to go back and watch.
Yeah, you couldn't have missed that.
You're like, what?
That would have been a nightmare. That would have been a nightmare to come in and try to BS your way through
2-0. Pitchers duel, one swing,
3 great plays, and call it a day.
Exactly.
But I'm excited, man. I'm excited to be here with you guys. So thanks for being with us, and we will be back shortly. But first, I want to tell you about Underdog. All right, so Underdog Daily Fantasy. You guys know I've been telling you about it. Very simple to download the app and play. You know, right now the NBA playoffs are, I'd say they're heating up. They're very, very hot right now. And Underdog is the best place to make picks during the basketball playoffs with their extender promo. With the extender, you can play your way to increasingly bigger boosts each round of the playoffs. Start a playoff series by using your Game 1 boost, then continue boosting each subsequent game, or 2, unlock the next one. The longer the series, the bigger the boost. Lots of fans already playing and having fun with Underdog. You can be next. Just download the app, choose whether a player will go higher or lower on their stats, points, assists, rebounds, things like that. You guys know how the daily fantasy works. If you get all your picks correct, you can win up to 1,000 times your money. Turn $1 into $1,000 with just your hoops knowledge. Download the Underdog app. Sign up with promo code Woods to unlock a special offer of up to $1,000 in bonus cash when you make your first deposit. Again, use the promo code Woodsy for that special offer. Must be 18 and over, 19 and over in Alabama, Nebraska, present in the state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms do apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/extend.html for details. Concerned with your play, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org.
Hey players, things are about to get real here in San Diego. Introducing the all-new Jamul Casino Resort. With a 200-room hotel tower, exciting new eats and drinks, plenty of new places to play, and a luxe spa and salon. Hello, rooftop pool and deck. It's where players can play their hearts out and enjoy all the perks that come with it. It gets real this summer at the all-new Jamul Casino Resort, the players' place.
All right, well, welcome back, Ben and Woods, 97.3 The Fan. Benny is out today. He's on his golf vacation. We had a cardboard cutout of Benjamin sitting in the chair,
Get rid of that.
but we had to get rid of it. It's very distracting to say.
Kind of creepy.
Okay, so I leaned it the wrong way. Now he's just looking at me over here, so I'm just going to turn it around.
Yeah, turn that around. We don't need to see that.
All right, I got to keep my eye on the prize in here, man. We will have a short show today, just so you guys know, because we have early Padres baseball. It's pretty much, if you're a tier one of this show, this is a dream day for you, right? You get a little bit of Ben and Woods. We're on till, I think, 9:03.
Yep.
Then you get Sammy Levitt, the great Sammy Levitt, on the Eco Water SoCal pregame show. And then it goes right into Padres Day baseball. Then those guys are going to get on a flight, hopefully a happy flight, and come on back to Petco Park to get ready for a series against the Rays, which starts on Friday. And me and Paulie will be here until then. And we've got some very special guests coming in. Very excited about what we have planned this week.
You mean the rest of the week?
The rest of the week.
Michael King's a very special guest.
Today's going to be great. And again, Michael the King coming on at 8 a.m. this morning. The dude has won hearts and minds of a lot of San Diego Padres fans. And I mean a lot. And I'll tell you, Nicky P did too. Nick Pivetta last night with a brilliant performance. Again, we will cover that in our Padres wrap up. But we do have for you, our beloved tier ones, we got Elton John tickets. We've been doing the cue to call all day. All you have to do is listen to the show. And when you hear the cue to call, there's an old radio trick. It gets you to listen longer. That's why we do it, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because if you really want this, you're like, I hate these.
We're not going to lie to you.
You're like, I hate these guys, but I have to get those Elton John tickets. And so all you're listening for today is one of I'd say it's his best riff. It's the best riff that Elton John's ever produced. Fantastic.
It's just like I want to go out.
The whole song is about going out and let's get in a fight.
Saturday night's all right.
It's so good. Let's go out. Let's get loaded. Let's have a great time, and maybe we get in a fight. It's all right to fight on Saturday night. I love it so much. I love that riff. And so when you hear that throughout the program, all you have to do then is call 833-288-0973.
Well done.
And it will take the
third caller.
Third caller when that happens.
Next time you hear that, not right now.
Not now.
Don't call right now.
Do not call right now.
Could be in a commercial break. Could be in the middle of Michael King's interview. I don't know.
Please don't do it in the middle of Michael King's interview. Please
He's
don't.
just like, yeah, you know, the stuff's been feeling good.
Right in the middle of his conversation. Right when I ask him, hey, so, have they approached you yet for an extension? He's like,
what the hell?
What is happening? It would be very us to do that, but we're not going to do that. We're going to be as pro as we can be.
That's your one hint. It won't be.
Okay. It will not be during Michael King.
In the Michael King interview.
Guys, at 8:35, we've got another very special performance for you. When Ben goes out of town, he knows this is coming.
So this has become a tradition.
This is a tradition.
And I was actually looking because I save the finished product every time. And today's bit was labeled for 4/23 because today is April 23rd. The last one that we did was on April 24th of last year.
This is the member
Ben
guest
goes
to
every year on this trip, and you and I go into the laboratory and cook up a little prank.
Yeah, we got into the lab. Should we play? We'll play you guys too. We'll play all the ones we have too, because I like to do that because they all make me laugh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we collect from Ben some of his brilliant clips, and we take them out of context, and then we use them on a soundboard and do prank calls with them. And they make me so happy. And I give all of them about a B, but in my mind, they're all an A because every time we do it, it just cracks me up so much.
I will say we have 4 prank calls over the last year. This one's my favorite. The most recent one. This
one got us so good yesterday was when we were in the lab.
If you remember, OGs, the real true tier ones.
Yeah.
The strip club one was pretty good.
The strip club one where he started talking basketball was
pretty good.
It's
I think I like our new one.
I like this one
little
too.
Bit more.
So we will we'll get this thing started next with our Padres wrap up, and look forward to that. Nice dub for the boys yesterday, and we'll get after it, man. Let's go. Ben and Woods 97.3 The Fan.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. GEGE 000-466. For a full list of games and rules, play at 7 Mile Casino. Visit 7milecasino.com.
Well, I promise you when Ben gets back, he will have gone to some sort of casino out in Henderson.
That's 277 Mile Casino.
That's so far. But he will come back and he'll tell you, you know what? I had a great time. But it's not the same as 7 Mile Casino. Hang on.
Take your time. No worries.
I will. And what he's going to tell you is, hey, I liked it, had a great time. But it's not 7 Mile Casino. If you haven't been out to check out 7 Mile Casino right here, right, just 7 minutes from Petco Park, you really should. Again, got the homestand this weekend. We got an off day. That's always a great time to go to 7 Mile Casino. Have a lunch. You can go to lunch with your colleagues. Have delicious food. Sit down, play some California-style blackjack, and get after it, man. Some Texas Hold'em, some Pai Gow, some Baccarat. It's got everything you're looking for. Obviously, we love the proximity, but the place itself is really, really special. You walk in and you go, man, those guys were absolutely right. They did not steer me wrong. This is a really cool place. So check it out for yourself, my friends. You will not be disappointed at 7 Mile Casino, just 7 minutes from downtown.
Hey players, things are about to get real here in San Diego. Introducing the all-new Jamul Casino Resort. With a 200-room hotel tower, exciting new eats and drinks, plenty of new places to play, and a luxe spa and salon. Hello, rooftop pool and deck. It's where players can play their hearts out and enjoy all the perks that come with it. It gets real this summer at the all-new Jamul Casino Resort, the players' place.
Welcome back, Ben and Woods, 97.3 The Fan. I forgot to tell you guys, we're still going to be doing all of our normal features. We got Don't Do This and, of course, Do This coming up. And you'll be very excited to hear today's Do This if you're a Padres fan. Woo. And, of course, we got Take on Woods coming up at 8:20. Paulie's going to have to host that by himself. I'll just be out in the hallway. And, again, as I mentioned, Michael King at 8. And we'll have fun. Sammy will be in here later to do his pregame show. But let's get right into the Padres wrap-up. As Paulie mentioned, I mean, not a lot of highlights. I mean, the ones that you'll hear are the only ones that counted last night, with the Padres winning 2-0 over the Detroit Tigers.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center, protecting San Diego after accidents or injury, here's Kelly Danick.
Traffic is brought to you by Crystal Geyser, Alpine Spring. Got a few things here. Watch out for kayak reported in the slow lane, westbound 8 just before Marina Boulevard. Also, northbound 5 before East Street. Looks like crews are running a break to get a stalled vehicle from the center divide over to the right shoulder. And you're still going to find southbound 15 near the 56, the right lane blocked with fire crews doing some cleanup around an earlier big rig fire. What makes Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water different? They always bottle their Alpine Spring Water less than 1.5 miles from the spring source. And all their bottles are made with 50% recycled plastic from their own recycling plants. Crystal Geyser, bottled at the spring source. I'm Kelly Danick with Ben and Woods, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
I love winning, man. I love winning. You hear what I'm saying? It's like better than losing.
Miss any of the Padres win yesterday? Ben and Woods didn't.
Yeah, absolutely.
We've got you covered with all of the highlights.
Oh, yes.
It's the Padres wrap-up, brought to you by Jamul Casino Resort. Things are about to get real with the all-new Jamul Casino Resort, with gorgeous rooms and exciting new eats and drinks. It gets real this summer at Jamul Casino Resort, the players' place.
I want to go fast, but I want to go slow, and I want to go deep.
2-2 pitch, hit in the air to deep left field. Green is going back, on the move, at the wall, leaps up, it's going to go! A 2-run homer for Elias Diaz, his first of the year. And the Padres take a 2-0 lead here in the second. Trying to finish 7 shutout innings again. 2-2 to Dingler. The pitch from Pivetta grounded to third base. Fielded by the bag by Iglesias. The throw to first in time. And for the third time this season, Pivetta throws 7 shutout innings. 1-2 to Carpenter. Adam is set and ready. Couple of nods. Now the pitch. And that's hit in the air high but not deep of the right field line. Sheets and McCoy over against the rolled up tarp. And McCoy makes the catch while flipping up on the rolled up tarp. 0-1. Torres lines it up the middle sharply. McCoy diving stop behind second. Gets up and throws to first in time. What a couple of plays by Mason McCoy to help Adam through a scoreless bottom of the 8th inning. The 0-2 pitch swung on. Sent in the air to left field straight away. Ornelas almost in his tracks. Has got it and the ball game is over. Robert Suarez 10 for 10 saving games to begin the year. And for the 7th time this season, the Padres a shutout win.
Well pitch game. Fortunately we had Nick Pivetta and Adam and Suarez and Diaz. But yeah, Nicky set the complete tone. Pretty much in control. Misses were close. Throwing them where he wanted to. Breaking ball very good. A lot of depth to it. He was outstanding.
He was absolutely outstanding, and he has been since he arrived here, man. I did see Sammy Levitt throw out the tweet last night, essentially. Now, again, we do this on sports radio a lot. If you take out the 7-run inning, we win that game 5-4, right? That's something that we love to do. But
Can't do that.
You can't, but I do think it's important to note that with Nick Pivetta, that terrible start that he had in Chicago on a very, very cold day, a 40-degree day. Here are the totals from his other 4 starts with the Padres. His ERA, Paulie, a minuscule .33. 27 innings pitched, 1 run, 10 hits, 26 Ks, 4 walks. And Sammy says, simply outstanding. I mean, the last-minute addition of Nick Pivetta to this staff saved this team. I mean, absolutely saved this team. And this team has gotten it done with their pitching all year. And, I was looking, and I saw somebody tweet after the win, man, I wish we could get back to some prolific offense. And I think, while I agree with you, you didn't get much from the top of your order last night at all. I think Tatis had a hit. Manny took an over. Xander had an infield knock.
Those are going to happen.
It's going to happen, man. Jack
the hitting's contagious.
Jack Flaherty had a really good night. I mean, he had a really, really good night.
He's a good pitcher.
He's a really good pitcher. Flaherty went 5 hits, no walks, 9 Ks against a team that's not super easy to strike out. Now, Mason McCoy did account for 3 of those, but, it's like I tell my little leaguers, if you're not contributing with the bat, guess what you can do? You can contribute in baseball with your legs. You can contribute with your glove. And Mason McCoy saved that game last night on a couple of different occasions, got huge outs for this team. And, didn't do anything at the plate, but you didn't bring him up to drive in runs. Be nice. It's kind of gravy, but this team's been getting it done with its pitching all season long. And Nick Pivetta has been a brilliant addition. 7 scoreless in 3 different starts this year.
Shoves.
He just shoves. 2 hits, 2 walks, 6 Ks last night. And I think a lot of credit goes to, and we'll ask Michael King about this too. I think a lot of credit goes to Elias Diaz as well. Everybody was all over the catchers that the Padres have in Maldonado and Diaz, and those guys have been fine. I mean, have we seen a little bit of sloppy play at times, some balls kind of squirting away? Sure, man. Nobody's going to be perfect in the course of 162. Diaz has now called 5 of the 7 shutouts. I'd say that's something you can hang your hat on.
That's significant.
It's very significant. And you saw the gesture last week when Michael King threw his complete game.
Yeah.
He's like, no. Him too. Bring him out for the post game with me. I thought that was really cool. And it shows you how kind of tight this team is and how much they believe in each other and trust each other. And I was worried about Michael King because he had developed a really good level of comfort with Kyle Higashioka. And I think his first start with Diaz, it was a little bit uneven. And you can see that those guys got in a room and worked. They worked and they got on the same page. And it's been
it was opening day.
Yeah, and it's been paying dividends. And you saw frustration from King. Like, again, that level of comfort he had with Higgy led to a lot of his success. And I was worried about that, moving forward. He's made the adjustment. Diaz has made the adjustment to his pitchers. And, of course, Diaz comes through with, the biggest hit of the night, giving the Padres the only runs that they would need. Because, again, you go to who is unquestionably the best 8th inning man in baseball right now in Jason Adam. Maybe the best changeup in the game of baseball. He has it. He's going to come in and lock it down in the 8th. And then you turn it over to Robert Suarez, who is the best closer in baseball. He's tied for first in Major League Baseball in F-WAR among all relief pitchers in baseball.
It's been so fun over the years to watch elite late inning bullpens.
Yes.
Like,
we're so spoiled.
that is
with
not
it. It's
a
not
sexy part of the game.
But you know what else it's not? It is not the norm. It's just not the norm in baseball.
We have been spoiled. We have had all-star closer after all-star closer. You go back from Trevor to Heater to Houston Street to all of the, Kirby Yates, all the guys that we've had over the years. We've had Suarez now for a couple of years. We had last year with the Adam, Scott, Suarez.
Yep.
And you're thinking, all right, well, we lost Scott. What's it going to look like this year? And there's
It's
really
even
no
better.
drop off.
No, it's even
if
better.
anything, it's improved.
It's better. Robert Suarez has quietly, he is the best closer in baseball right now.
Like, I have never watched a baseball team across the course of a season and been excited for the relief pitchers.
No doubt.
And this is it's appointment viewing right now.
Yeah, they're really
nasty.
They're nasty. They're building off of each other's successes. It's really fun to see. And for the skipper, what a relief that is. Man, Nicky P just went out and gave us 7 shutout innings. All I got to do now is turn it over to Adam and turn it over to Suarez, and it is more than likely going to be a double. I will say, when Suarez came in and hit the bull with the first pitch of the 9th, I was like, oh, going to be one of those. He had that I was at that game. He gave up that grand slam. It was against Detroit. I go, please don't let this be a team that is just, they own you for whatever reason. Not at all. Locked it back in. Got the job done, and I know Mike Schilt every night lays in bed and goes, I'm so grateful for this bullpen. The way that they've played has been
it's been so much fun.
It's been a blast. And the funny thing is, so talking about the offense again, yeah, man, they're going to have to get creative. They're going to need to run into some. They're going to need some things to go their way because you're missing 4/9 of your lineup right now. And AJ Cassavell wrote a nice piece about that. But when your starting pitcher looks and takes it upon himself to go out and deliver an outing like he did last night, it's just incredible. They are the first team in Major League Baseball history with 7 shutouts in March and April, and there are still 6 more games left in April. That is an astounding number for the San Diego Padres.
Yeah,
and
wow.
It's the only reason that we are tied with the best record in baseball right now. It's been because of the pitching. And I'll tell you, man, I went and looked this morning. And I said, because I came in, I was a little down yesterday, I'll admit it. And it wasn't for show. I was just down. I did not like that game. And I just thought, oh boy, please don't let this thing fall off a cliff right now. And I thought to myself, Woodsy, you gotta believe a little bit more because they've got 7 losses this season, Paulie. The 2 biggest losses were by 6 runs. A's got them 10-4, and I think Cubs might have got them 10-4. Same thing. I mean, 6-run.
Yeah.
The other 5 that they lost were by 1 or 2 runs.
And you felt like they were in it.
These dudes are in almost every single game.
Yeah.
Almost every single game. There's not that big blowout. It has just been so fun to watch. They're not quitting. There's my favorite saying, I think, in sports is it's hard to beat someone that just doesn't quit. And that's this team. They're not going to win every game. There are going to be some down times this year, but the way that they played so far, man, through the first 24 games has been enlightening. It's been fun. I know Padres fans are enjoying it too. Hey, man, nobody would want a 9-1 easy street win more than me. I love those games. And people don't like those. I love them. I love putting up a 6 spot.
What's not to love?
It's just it takes everything away, and you hope you don't choke it away. Those crazy ass games like that was played in Chicago last night. Those are the ones that take years off your life.
Chicago's had a few of those.
They've been
a part of a lot of those games.
They've had like a couple of different 10-run innings, and it's just been insane. It's been insane.
That sounds like a heart attack incoming. Watching that regularly over the course of 6 months.
No doubt, man. No doubt. And Mark says, are we still complaining about being 10 games over 500? No, 0 complaints, man. I mean,
who's complaining?
These wins early are so important. And you're seeing it happens to some other good teams in baseball right now, where like the Phillies, I think, have dropped a few in a row. Their fan base is panicking right now. And yes, while the old adage is there's still plenty of baseball left to be played, the fact that you have stacked so many wins is such a delight. It's such a delight. You don't want it's a cushion, but you don't want to take, games off. And they don't. They're in every single game. They really are playing well together. Now, today's going to be a challenge, obviously. Kyle Hart needs to figure out something. I really think that he needs to be the guy today that says, I got to get this team. This needs to be a 500 road trip, man. Find a way, even if it's for 4 innings, man, to keep us in the game. Yeah. The bullpen should be ready to go. Mike Schultz got everybody at his disposal, I would imagine today. So got to find a way to keep us in the game. In the offense, this is one of those times where the offense needs to step up.
It's weird.
Know?
It's not a must win, of course.
No,
it's not
but
a must win.
You want that 500.
It's kind of like
500.
It's kind of a must win for Kyle Hart.
Yeah,
not so much for the team, but like if I'm him, whether I'm speaking from his point of view or the fans' point of view, it's like, man, you want to go out there, you want to bounce back, you want to tell this fan base, your teammates, hey, I know I'm the 5 guy on the rotation. I got you. We're going to stay in this game. Let's go out and get a dub.
And it's funny because I'm looking through the best teams in baseball right now. Okay, so the best teams in baseball, the AL East, New York Yankees are leading the division 14-10. You know what they are on the road? They're 6-6. The Boston Red Sox, 14-11. They're 6-7 on the road. The Cleveland Guardians leading the Central. They are 7-8 on the road. The Detroit Tigers are 5-7 on the road. Texas Rangers, 4-6. The Mets, 6-6. 500 on the road is absolutely okay. It's absolutely what you want. The only team with a winning record on the road this season is the Chicago Cubs. They're 8-5, and they're 7-5 at home. And of course, the San Diego Padres, 5-6 away from Petco Park, 12-1 at home. They have the best record in baseball at home. And again, we talk all the time. Going 500 on road trips,
that's a good thing.
It's a good thing. And it's, again, what the best teams in baseball are doing right now. Again, other than the Chicago Cubs, who are 8-5. So it is it's been a delight. It's been a delight to watch. And I do think, man, getting on that plane, having a day off tomorrow, Schulte knows he can unload it today. If Kyle Hart doesn't have it in the first, fine, figure it out. And bullpen day. Like the Los Angeles Dodgers today will be going to a bullpen day. After all that depth, all that those guys that they signed, they're doing a bullpen day today after an extra inning loss last night. It happens to every single team. But
and like Benny mentioned it yesterday on the show, talking about Monday's kind of crap loss. You saved your high leverage arms. Nicky P gives you 7.
It's the dream.
Those guys are good to go.
It's
like
the dream.
Promise you, if it's a 1-run ball game, Suarez is ready to go.
There
today.
is no question.
So
with
everyone's good to go. Off day tomorrow. Yep, you said it. And then Michael King at home on Friday night. So you're not. I mean, you hope you're not going to need a whole lot of relief help on Friday either.
I mean, you're set today, really. You really are. Adam threw 13 pitches, Suarez threw 12. Yuki's rested. Alec Jacobs rested. Wandy Peralta's rested. Morahone's rested. Jeremiah Estrada is very rested. So
yeah,
you've got the big guns today. Kyle Hart just needs to keep us in a ball game, and the offense needs to do its job today as well and try to scratch some runs across early. I know it feels like a challenge when that lineup comes out every day. I see the moaning and groaning. I'm part of it. I'm guilty as charged. I'm right there with you guys. I see it and I go, I shudder. I'm like, oh God, how are we going to do this today? And the offense just needs to have one of those days where they step up and get some breaks that go their way. But Kyle Hart's got to do his job today and keep us in the game. So, man, great wrap up today. Very excited about the win last night. Very, very excited about it. We're going to pay off the incorporator as well, Jesse Agler, an absolute wordsmith. And I want to talk more about the Dodgers-Cubs game last night because it was a good one. It was a really, really good one, especially if you're a Padres fan. And it did warm my heart to see people from one of my favorite cities, Chicago, flabbergasted when they watched that. What's that group, that scammers group that they have there? Where they travel, Pantone. Yeah. They steal money from their own fan base. Marching through the streets of Wrigleyville yesterday. And I saw all of my compatriots in Chicago just couldn't believe what they were seeing. And it warmed my heart to see all of them running their mouths on Twitter. Again, it was really, really fun. And what a game last night. I think the Dodgers have some issues. As I mentioned, they are going to be doing a bullpen game today, which is that was not in the cards for them in April to have to go to a bullpen day. They had 10 starters. I don't know what's happened. We can go through that, but it was incredible. Down to their last batter, and Miguel Amaya hit the go-ahead or the tying home run, and then they walked it off in extra. It was fantastic off of Tanner Scott, old friend alert. So
hey, thank you for that, Tanner.
We will be back again. Michael King coming up. We got Ben's prank call coming up. Man, just a great day today, and we'll get after it coming up next. Ben and Woods, 97.3 The Fan. Got 1 hour down here on Ben and Woods this morning. Short show. Going to be out of here at 9:03, getting you ready for Padres baseball. Day baseball today.
Padres and pancakes.
Padres and pancakes with the great Sammy Levitt. Can he make pancakes in his air fryer? I don't know. But I do feel, based on Sammy's social media output lately, that if you can air fry it, he's going to try it. The guy has been crushing it on social media with all his recipes and all the things that he's done. He's taken suggestions from tier ones and levitators or whatever he calls his group. It's a great name, by the way. And he's really putting that thing to use, Paulie. Like he's burning it out. Like he's using it for every meal, and he's posting what he's making. It all looks really, really good.
I use ours several times a week. I wouldn't say daily, but it's efficient. It is good.
Mine sits in the corner, and we have a Tavala. I believe my wife saw a Tavala commercial like on Oprah. Oprah might have recommended the Tavala, and she got one, and I had never heard of it before, so I didn't use it for about a year. And finally, I learned how to do it, and I go, oh, okay, this is pretty cool.
Is that more like a toaster oven?
It has this thing where you can scan the barcode, right? And Tavala, they did make meals, and you could get the Tavala with its meals.
Right,
you scan the barcode, and it does it. But they didn't. I didn't like them. They didn't taste good. So we just started using it as like an air fryer / toaster oven. I'll say this: it's not as convenient as everyone makes it out to be. You know what I'm saying? Like if I need to toast something, I just use a toaster. And if I need to heat something up, I still just go to the microwave.
Well,
right?
Yes, like you wouldn't if you wanted like toast, like
toast
slices of bread.
I go to
toasted.
a toaster.
Yeah, you go to a toaster. You don't put those in the air fryer.
Well, it's like a toaster.
Let's say you're reheating pizza or anything. Like it's good, really good for reheating.
That's what I use the microwave for.
Yeah, but then it comes out soggy.
Okay, and I feel like it takes 12 minutes.
No. To reheat, it should only take like 3 minutes.
See, maybe I'm doing it wrong. Janine says it doesn't heat up the entire house. It uses less energy. I don't know if she's talking about the Tavala or not, but it's not. I haven't enjoyed it as much as Sammy is enjoying his air fryer.
I love our air fryer. Like we basically, in my mind, you kind of cut the oven time in half.
Yeah.
So let's say if it says cook these
12 minutes,
whatever's, for 18 minutes at 400 degrees in your oven, it's gonna take you less than 10 minutes in the air fryer.
Maybe I need to get the full-on air fryer that I got for Sammy. This is a good idea. Ray says, I think you guys should make him say presented by Ben and Woods after every meal that he shows on social media. Yeah, I'd like that, Sammy.
I'll send him our logo.
Send him the logo
on those TikToks.
So good.
That's a good move.
I always love the Incorporator. Jesse Agler is such a wordsmith, as you guys all know. Been one of our longest running guests since we've gotten here. It's a pleasure to talk to Jesse every Tuesday, and we keep him on his toes by giving him a word he needs to incorporate into a big league broadcast. And we did run out of slang after like 2 weeks. He did hot beef.
We didn't run out of slang. We ran out of slang for Jesse.
Yeah.
Because he's not going to say things like
Pound town.
Nope.
Holy shilt.
Nope.
Fister? Yeah, absolutely.
Nope.
Not going to say any of that.
No, he won't. He will not. He will not say, I promise you. He will not say fister. Yeah, absolutely.
A threesome would be fun.
Not going to say that.
Booty, 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 rocking everywhere.
He did say booty. Talking about Brett Sullivan.
Yeah.
Loose cannabis?
He will not say loose cannabis. I promise you that.
Stroganoff.
He will. He definitely will not say stroganoff. Okay? He definitely will not. But so I had to go back to the dictionary yesterday, the thesaurus, as it were, and give Jesse a word. Your word today is
impignorate.
Impignorate. I'd never heard it before, but I like it.
Yeah. What does it mean?
Impignorate is to pledge, pawn, or mortgage. Pledge, pawn, or mortgage something as security for a debt or a loan. It's a formal term.
So now if you've been listening to the Incorporator over the years, you've probably heard us get a little nervous sometimes when, fifth inning rolls around, no text from Jesse. Sixth inning rolls around, no text from Jesse.
He forgot. It happens. A couple times a year, he'll forget. Or the game is too tense or whatever.
Yeah, he's forgotten a couple of times. And then
he always apologizes.
He's had a moment, but he's like, bro, it was the most critical moment of the game. I couldn't do it there. And we're like, hey, don't worry about it.
Don't sweat it,
Don't worry about it. So I'm watching the entire game. I was watching on the television broadcast, but Jesse always texts and let us know exactly where to find it from the radio feed. And I got in the car right after the 7th inning to drive to my basketball game last night, and I actually heard it.
I love.
I had not
it live.
received a text.
I love hearing it live.
And it was in the top of the 8th inning, and I go, "This is an interesting segue to here that Jesse's going on.
Yeah.
I wonder if this is it." And sure enough, it was top of the 8th inning in yesterday's broadcast.
Your word today.
Oh, sorry.
And to say that Chase Lee has had a long and windy road to this major league debut would be understating it. 1-1 to Manny. The pitch coming, and Machado swings and misses strike 2. Now, he didn't have to impregnate any family heirlooms or anything to get to this point, but he is a guy that had to do an awful lot that most don't to get to the major leagues.
That's how it's done right there.
That's just it's so seamless when he does it now. So I told you guys I came home last night after Little League, got the kids, bathed and put in bed, put them down, and then I'm looking around for something to watch. I think the Giants were on, and then I saw Dodgers and Cubs were kind of locked in a wild one, and I saw the Dodgers hung a 5 spot in the 7th, and I went, all right, that's probably going to be church. Now, the first inning, 3 runs scored by the Dodgers, 5 runs scored by the Cubs. Dodgers answer back with 1 in the 2nd. Then it goes quiet for a couple of innings. Then the Cubs actually take the lead in the bottom of the 5th. Then the Dodgers come back. They score 1 in the 6th, 5 in the 7th. Then it goes nothing in the bottom of the 7th. Then Cubs, 2-run homer from Kyle Tucker, who's been incredible, and they need to re-sign him because if not, we know where he's going. Bottom of the 8th, 2 more runs. Then they get to the bottom of the 9th. Tanner Scott comes in, and he gets the first 2 guys, really relatively no problem. And then Miguel Amaya comes up. Hits one into the basket, Paulie. Wind-aided home run, a home run in one of 1 ballparks, Wrigley Field. And that's where it went out, and that's all that matters. So, tie ball game. They go to extra innings. Dodgers have Edman on second base. Can't get him in. Max Muncy strikes out. Conforto grounds out to first. Can't get him in. They get him over to third, but Muncy leaves him stranded. Max is not having the best start to his season. I fully expect them to trade for an elite all-star third baseman any day now because he's just not playing very well at all. And then bottom of the 10th inning, Cubs got their guy on. Ian Happ comes up. He'd had 4 hits on the night, rips one down the line. Cubs walk it off. Just insane. The amount of games that they've been in like that has been bananas. And it was an interesting move by DR. DR's a little up against it right now, Dave Roberts. Put in a rookie making his Dodgers debut. I think, if I'm not mistaken, he threw 1 pitch, and it was hammered to the right side. And that was it. They lose. But
1 pitch.
1 pitch.
Noah Davis.
Yeah, Noah Davis comes in, making his Dodgers debut. I think he had a cup of coffee in the bigs before. But yeah, comes on out and throws 1 pitch and the game's over. They're going to have to make some moves because, again, they had to use 6 bullpen arms in Tuesday's loss to cover up 4 innings. So now, again, they're supposed to do a bullpen day today. I don't know what that means. Landon Nat could be called up from Oklahoma City.
How many people do they have hurt? How does that team go to a bullpen day so early into the season?
So this was interesting. It's interesting.
Or is it by design?
No, it's because of their lack of depth right now because of injuries. Let me pull up.
We were talking about how they had a starting 5 rotation,
and then they had a backup 5.
And then they had another starting 5 just sitting there that any team would sign up for.
So Ken Rosenthal goes on yesterday with AJ Pierzynski, or no, he was on the Inside Scoop on Foul Territory. And he's talking about how the influx of the injuries to the Dodgers pitching staff isn't abnormal. It's just partially the result of a deep playoff run. But some of these guys weren't, like Blake Snell was not on the team. He didn't pitch in the playoffs last year. He's hurt. Kershaw did not pitch last year in the playoffs.
Right.
He's working his way back. Jack Flaherty was on that team. He hasn't missed a start yet for the Detroit Tigers. Walker Buehler has not missed a start yet. He pitched for the Dodgers last year. I don't think that's it. I don't know what it is in LA. I've talked about it before. Their fans get really upset, but there's something amiss with the Dodgers. I don't know. I'm not going to come in here and be like, oh, they got the worst medical staff. I just don't know what it is, Paulie. Is it the way that they ask their guys to pitch? I don't know.
It's interesting. I have you think about that in other sports. Like, I know the topic comes up with like LeBron James because the NBA playoffs are 3 months long.
Right.
And he's played most of the playoffs for most of his career.
So he's beaten
added
down.
Like he's already played for 20 years.
He's added like 2 years,
or 3 full seasons on top of that. Same with like the Chiefs. They go to the Super Bowl every year. You're like, that's going to catch up with you eventually, even with 5 months off afterwards.
That hangover is real.
If you're bringing back the same group every year, it's going to catch up. And I never really associated that thought with baseball because you're like, bro, we're talking about guys complaining because of the workload in October last year. It's a whole new season. We got new guys.
I know.
We didn't have Blake Snell last year.
Blake Snell was not there. Tyler Glasnow's day-to-day had cramps in his lower leg. Treinen's going to be on he's on the IL right now. But as far as the starters go, I don't know what's now. They've got Yamamoto, who again, like, it's wild to say that's the best $325 million a team has ever given to a guy that didn't throw one major league pitch. He's phenomenal.
Yeah.
He is phenomenal. He is their ace
really good.
by far. He's an absolutely incredible pitcher. I'm terrified of him. I never want to see him again if it's too soon. But you've got Roki, who they are bringing along. He went 4, he went 5, he went 6.
Yamamoto scares you the most, right?
Unquestionably.
If you got a 3-game series coming up and you're looking ahead at who do we have to face this weekend or whatever like that.
He's the guy. I mean, he is the early favorite for Cy Young right now. I mean, honestly, he is so dominant. I think his ERA is like 0.82 or something. I mean, he's staggeringly good. Glasnow is Tyler Glasnow. You're not going to be able to get 200 innings from him. Blake Snell getting hurt, shoulder soreness this early. That's an issue. Who else do they have? Gonsolin, I think, is making a rehab start. So all this depth, I mean, it just goes to show you, man, even the best teams that spend the most money, they run into these problems. And I was talking to our buddy Jack yesterday about the Padres' depth, and we talk about it all the time. Like, I look at what's happened so far injury-wise for the Padres, and it's been, mostly position players. And it's like, man, did AJ do a good enough job? And I thought to myself, dude, the depth got hurt, right? When the depth gets hurt, when the Brandon Lockridges, who aren't supposed to play every day, and the Jason Haywards, who aren't supposed to play every day, when those guys get hurt, what GM is like, I better have 3 major league ready center fielders ready to go at all times, maybe even 4. I better have 3, maybe 4 left fielders that are ready to go big leaguers at any time. I don't think it works that way. They've done the best they can with what they have, but I'm telling you, man, like, when your depth gets hurt, that's when you're up against it. And that's exactly what's happened to the Padres right now. And the fact that they've been able to scratch out any wins at all is firmly on the backs of the pitching staff.
My
They've been
buddy
incredible.
He sent me the graphic, the lineup graphic that the Padres put out every day.
Yeah.
A couple hours before the game. And he goes, if you took out the names Tatis and Machado, he goes, that's an El Paso lineup.
No question.
And I go, 1,000,000%.
Literally, it would be a AAA lineup. And
that's
so
just where we're at right now.
It's where we are.
And we said it the other day. We stand by it today. Just weather this storm.
Weather it, man.
Hopefully it's not too long with Merrill, Crony, Darvish, etc. Hayward even. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, Brandon Lockridge.
Did you think we would be in April going, we need Jason Hayward and Brandon Lockridge back?
And I am really truly surprised that they are forced to that position today to have to go to a bullpen game already in April. Not that they don't have the guns to do it, they do. But I mean, again, like, Ben Kasparius is going to be able to come in and throw probably 4 really quality innings. He's an excellent pitcher. I don't know if they're deploying them wrong. I don't know if it's how they want guys to pitch. I really don't. I just know that this is not, if it happens every single year, it's definitely something that needs to be looked at. Look, keep doing what you're doing as far as I'm concerned. I'm not mad about it at all. I'm just saying it's one of those weird things in baseball that is kind of inexplicable right now. And good guy to ask about that will be Saris, who we will talk to tomorrow.
Yep.
And I'm sure he has some thoughts on it as well. But yeah, man, it is it's going to be interesting to see what happens with them. And look, we're 24 games into the season. You are damn right. I'm watching every Dodger game I can. I'm watching every time we play the Giants. We got them coming up soon. Like, I'm scoreboard watching like crazy. I'm watching like crazy right now. So I'm here for it. It keeps me engaged. Hate watching keeps me fully engaged in the baseball season. And I really enjoyed that win last night by the Cubs. Fly the W. Very happy for you guys.
In the chat says, I don't think Hayward is a backup on this team, though. We don't have a real starter there.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, his name's Jackson Merrill.
No, left.
Oh, and left.
Yeah. But like
I was talking about center field. Like we're scratching and clawing for anybody that can fill in there. Right
yeah,
now.
man. You Hayward was your starting left fielder, so he goes down. Oscar's coming, done okay. The wildest plate discipline I've ever seen in my whole life. That dude will swing at anything, but he finds a way to get knocks.
It feels like every year, though, there's a position or two where you're like, we're going to kind of just be playing the hot hand. Like, we don't have a guy for that spot on this team right now, and that's left field this year.
Yeah, but when your depth gets hurt, it's really tough to stomach that right now. But that's what they're doing. Yeah,
I don't think anybody, if you went back a month ago, thought Tyler Wade would be playing more than a game, inning in an emergency spot in center field.
These guys are,
and he's done okay.
They're stepping up. I think he's hitting over 300 right now.
He's doing really well at the plate.
He's fine. He's absolutely fine.
And
so
I haven't seen any like major defensive flaws out in center field. So.
Yeah. Racist Tirso had a solid AB. He did, man. He got drew a walk yesterday, but take some really nice swings. Again, I think with the Tirso love, he's just going to have to earn it. You guys know how it goes here, man. You just got to have to earn it a little bit. And the more he earns it, the more opportunities he's going to get. So really, really excited for the future, right? And we'll talk about the future coming up next in Do This. You guys will be, if you haven't heard about this yet, this is pretty good stuff from our San Diego Padres #1 prospect, Leo Dallas DeVries. We'll talk about that next. I want to get to this audio of Jeff Francoeur absolutely roasting the Atlanta Braves franchise player Ronald Acuna. If you haven't heard this yet, this story won't die. I'm going to do my part to keep it alive. I love it. I think it's fascinating stuff, and we will do all that next right here on Ben and Woods. But first, let me tell you about Trust and Will. Benny and I have been telling you about it. Had a tier 1 reach out over the weekend. Let us know. Guys, you're beating it into my head. I'm doing it. And he did it over the weekend. Very excited for him. And it's just one of those things. You need to get it off your plate. I am amazed at myself. When I had kids, it should be the first thing that I did. Once I knew we were having 2 kids, I should have said, all right, time to do a Trust and a Will to make sure that we're locked in, man. And it's one of those things you don't want to think about. You don't want to face it, that the fact that you're not going to be there one day. But if you die without a will, your estate doesn't automatically always go to your spouse, kids, or loved ones. Instead, the state takes over through intestate rules. And if you don't have a trust, your family's going to end up in probate court. Not what you want. Lengthy, costly court process to help distribute the estate. I know people that have been through probate. One of our tier 1s, Dominic, was just going through it. He said it's horrible. It's expensive. It's painful, all of that. So go to trustandwill.com. When you sign up or check out, use the code FAN, F-A-N. They're going to give you 20% off right now, which is a killer deal. And they will send you your estate documents for free. Take those, staple them together, throw them in your drawer, let your wife or your husband know where they are, and there it is. It's done. You don't have to worry about it again. So, again, go to trustandwill.com. Takes about 20, 30 minutes to do online. They'll walk you through the whole process. Trustandwill.com. Use the code FAN when you check out and get this thing done. Take care of your business. It's trustandwill.com.
Hey players, things are about to get real here in San Diego. Introducing the all-new Hamul Casino Resort. With a 200-room hotel tower, exciting new eats and drinks, plenty of new places to play, and a luxe spa and salon. Hello, rooftop pool and deck. It's where players can play their hearts out and enjoy all the perks that come with it. It gets real this summer at the all-new Hamul Casino Resort, the players' place.
Don't Do This brought to you by Trust and Will. Don't leave your entire estate, house, kids, and life savings up to chance if and when you die. Do set up a trust or will online at trustandwill.com. It's a lot more affordable than you think. Visit trustandwill.com for more info. Thank you for joining us today. Benny is out. He is on his way to Henderson, Nevada to play 72 hours of unfettered golf. He's so excited, and I'm happy for him. But the Don't Do This today goes to Braves broadcaster. I'll say that again. Braves broadcaster Jeff Francoeur, we're friend of the program. We had Frenchie on last year. Great interview. Super nice guy. Always liked him. Did not understand this. You guys know the story of Ronald Acuna Jr. Jared Kelenic hits a ball that he thinks is a home run a couple nights ago. And
stares it down,
pimps it out of the box, and ends up getting thrown out at second. After he turned on the Jets, tried to beat it out, thrown out at second base. Everyone goes, oh, man, that can't happen, right? And Brian Snitker had set a precedent by benching guys like Ender Inciarte, Marcelo Zuna, Ozzie Albies, and, of course, Ronald Acuna Jr. A couple times over the years. And so he had set this precedent for those players. When asked about it after the game, his comment was, no, should I have said anything to Kelenic? Then the next day, after everything blows up, and by blows up, I mean Ronald Acuna Jr., went to Twitter and tweeted, if that was me, they would have pulled me out of the game. Fairly fairly damning. There's definitely some issues there with the organization. Probably
he knows when he sends that, this is going to be a thing now.
But there's clearly something wrong with the relationship, right? When you send that tweet, which again, an ill-advised tweet, certainly, from an emotional player who's given both of his knees to that organization, Paulie, that is currently down in Florida, rehabbing his ass off, trying to get back to help his team win. So Snitker the next day, when he could have said, yeah, I talked to Ronald, we made it right. Snitker the next day instead said, no, to be honest with you guys, I didn't even see the play. So I didn't know what anyone was talking about. So that's kind of an indictment in and of itself. Not a great answer. So this thing is blown up and it's gotten all this media attention, right? Jeff Francoeur, again, Braves broadcast.
So he's like in the booth, or is he work on their radio
TV,
station?
I believe.
Okay,
I think he's on their TV broadcast. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he does TV.
Right.
He gets on his radio show that he does. He does a hit with these guys every week, and this is what he says.
We won a World Series without Ronald. We went to the playoffs with Ronald. You don't have to have him.
Wow.
You show that it can be. And let me say this. Ronald Acuna is the most talented player probably to ever wear a Braves uniform. There is no denying that. There's things he can do that nobody else can do. But, the first thing I preach on our podcast, Pure Athlete, is what? Be a good teammate. Be a good teammate. You're making millions of dollars. You're getting to play a kid's game. Be a good teammate and pull for your team. And so, for me, that's what I got.
He pulled out.
That was, by the way, that was 30 seconds out of
5 minutes.
5 minutes.
It was a 5. Guys, I don't have enough time to play you the full rant. In that same rant, he said, this guy's probably out in LA sending tweets. Jeff, he is in Florida at your facility rehabbing his knees that he gave. That World Series you guys won, you don't sniff the playoffs without that guy carrying you for the first half of that season.
Yeah.
You don't sniff that World Series. to discount a talent like Ronald Acuna Jr., holy smokes. Imagine Mark Grant calling us, doing a hit with us. We don't need Fernando. We won playoff games without him. We don't need him. He's not a good teammate. Again,
you don't have to have him.
So he blamed Acuna.
That's wild.
He blamed Acuna for quote unquote throwing gas on the fire. Dude, you then went on your radio show and were like, we don't need him. We can win without him.
I understand Acuna, when he sends that post, he inserts himself into the story.
But he said he threw his teammate under the bus. No, he didn't. He threw his manager under the bus, who, by the way, I can promise you that him, Ender Enciarte, Ozzy Albies, and Marcelo Ozuna, they've all had conversations about, why are things different?
Yeah.
You tell me. And I'm telling you, man, it was unbelievable. Unbelievable to hear him say, we don't need him, man. We don't need him. The guy he's a 40-70 guy.
Yeah, he's a freak.
He's
unbelievable.
And again, he's
one of the most fun players in the game.
He gave so much to that organization. He gives all of himself up to that organization. I thought it was really, really dumb.
I mean, let's not act like there aren't at least a few people out here in San Diego that thought the same way in 2022, just a couple of years ago.
Guaranteed.
Hey, we don't really need Fernando.
Guaranteed.
He hasn't been here all year. We made it to the NLCS.
Yeah.
What?
As Dominic says, he also dismissed the racial thing by saying, well, Brian Snitker, I saw him cry at Hank Aaron's funeral. Well, that should clear it up, at this point. And again, man, I think this was addressed. So many things can be true. Should he have sent that tweet? Probably not. But is there still something in him that hurts? Is he still really, really upset by the weird double standard? And I promise you, that's not the first time he's been witness to a double standard. I promise you. Otherwise, he wouldn't go to Twitter. But here's the thing. I don't know how you heal this thing. He accused him of throwing gas on the fire, and then he goes on his radio show and throws huge gas on the fire, saying, oh, he's been warned so many times, blah, blah, blah. I mean, Frenchie stepped in it. There's no other way to look at it.
That's a tough spot.
Then he absolutely stepped in it. Look, I tweeted it kind of joking, tongue in cheek. Ronald, come on here. Come on down to San Diego. We're gonna let you be Ronald Acuna Jr. Problem is, you'd have to include the guy that's going to be featured in Do This.
DD Mega Doo-Doo.
Yeah. And
That is an easy one today.
This was a very, very easy one. I saw some of our buddies, our buddy Clark, our buddy Tommy, tweeting out kind of every AB from Leo Dallas DeVries, Padres, top prospect. The guy's a freak. What is he, 18 years old? And he had himself quite a night last night. He hit for the cycle and actually hit another home run as well.
Yeah. 5 for 5? 5
for 5 on the night. Hit for the cycle. He is an absolute freak. This is
RBIs.
8 RBIs.
8 RBIs. Here's him hitting the cycle yesterday.
Here's the break even. Line drive, right field, base hit DeVries once more. In comes Sanabria. Butterworth is on his heels. To third base rushes Durfee. A 2-run single for DeVries.
That's the top of the 6. Got to get the single. Now you need the triple. That's the hardest
to
one.
Right, air to the corner, and off the wall. Difficult carom for Dickey. A triple means the cycle. 2 runs are going to score. Stop sign at third for DeVries. He has cycled Fort Wayne into the lead. A 2-run, 2-out triple in the top of the 9th.
One of the game, by the way.
By the way, it's 13-13.
Dude, it was
when he
a
hit that
close
triple.
game.
13-13 in the 9th.
Yeah. I mean, look, don't even think it, everyone. Just relax. It's going to take some time.
That was it.
Still a kid.
A-ball, by the way.
It still is it's A-ball. But I'm telling you this right now. He is the guy that pushes Xander Bogaerts across the diamond. That's it. He's the guy. He is the shortstop of the future. It was fantastic. And no, I would not trade him for Ronald Acuna Jr. As much as I love Ronald, he does have 2 shot knees. And but yeah, I absolutely love this guy. Very happy for Leo. A cycle at any level is phenomenal. A cycle at his age in pro ball is phenomenal. So
that was awesome.
That was Don't and Do This for a Wednesday.
That was Don't Do This with Ben and Woods on 97.3 The Fan.
All right, we got Michael King coming up at 8 o'clock this morning. Very excited about that. We're going to be halfway home with this show, Paulie.
That's right.
For the next segment, because we got a short show getting ready for Padres baseball today. So very excited about that. Thanks so much to all the tier 1s for being here. Oh, yeah, we got Ben's prank calls coming up as well. So you're not going to want to go anywhere.
We got Michael King. We got the prank call. Take on Woods.
What about Elton John? Have we done that yet?
We haven't done it
We
yet.
haven't done Elton John yet. So you're still listening for the sounder. We're not going to play it now. I don't want to trick you guys, but you'll know it when you hear it, and you can win tickets to go see Elton John as well. But it's Woodsy. I want to tell you about my friends over at Sedano Ford Spring, obviously officially here. You want to get your car or truck of your dreams for summer, because summer's right around the corner. Whatever it is that you guys like to do, go to the beach, go to the mountains, Sedano Ford can help you. My man, Manny Sedano, veteran-owned dealership. Now you've got a shot at employee pricing as well. It's a kind of insider deal normally reserved for folks behind the scenes, now wide open to you. Where I live, in my neighborhood, we were on a family walk the other day. I saw 3 of these sitting in driveways, the brand new 2025 Ford Maverick, and it's going for just $219 a month, tariff-free. Real value on a truck that works as hard as you do and looks great doing it. It's compact, it's capable, loaded with style. It is perfect for whatever it is you need it for. Again, your everyday drive or your weekend adventures. Go check it out today. Swing by Sedano Ford in La Mesa. Give it a peep. Make it easy for yourself. Head to sedanoford.com for all the details, all the offers to claim your spring deal before it's gone. Again, go to sedanoford.com for complete details. When you walk in, they're going to roll out the red carpet for you. They're going to ask you what brought you in. Say, Woodsy from 97.3, The Fan, sent me to get in my dream car. They're going to work with you, going to make sure that you get anything you like there and that it's within your budget. So, again, go to sedanoford.com today. Let them know Woodsy sent you.
Hey players, things are about to get real here in San Diego. Introducing the all-new Hamul Casino Resort. With a 200-room hotel tower, exciting new eats and drinks, plenty of new places to play, and a luxe spa and salon. Hello, rooftop pool and deck. It's where players can play their hearts out and enjoy all the perks that come with it. It gets real this summer at the all-new Hamul Casino Resort, the players' place.
Halfway home on a Wednesday, Ben and Woods, 97.3 The Fan. We usually play that at 8 when we do a 4-hour show. Today is a 3-hour show. We'll make that extra hour up tomorrow, though, on the roundtable.
Right.
And we'll do 5 hours on the air tomorrow. It's the 97.3 The Fan Roundtable, brought to you by Roundtable Pizza, Pizza Royalty. Chris Hello is going to be hosting tomorrow. Ben is out, so he's bailing on the roundtable, as it were. I remember last year, when I had like a appointment, Adam flipped out that I had it. Remember that? It was like a therapy appointment or something. And I was like, hey, this is when I could get in. He's like, you really need to schedule those. And I go, I made it in advance. So I ended up canceling my therapy appointment to make the roundtable.
I will be missing tomorrow's roundtable because I have therapy.
Is that right?
I have therapy at 11. And I said, hey, sorry, man.
Wait, at 11?
Well, the
you have to
roundtable goes from 10 to 11.
You have to go there.
I got to go there, yeah.
You don't do the teledoc anymore.
Sometimes, but I usually go in person.
You know what I should do? Dominic's right. I should send a double standard tweet like Acuna did.
If this
were me, oh my God, that's brilliant. If it were me, Adam would have asked me to postpone my vacation. Can you just fly out at like noon instead? That's really good, Dominic. I should do it right now. I actually should.
Why don't you do that while we go to traffic here?
Yeah, let's check traffic.
It's a busy morning.
Is it?
This morning? Yeah,
great.
there's like some truck fires and all that.
Excellent.
Anytime I look ahead and I see Kelly's traffic report is over a minute long, I go, "Ooh, rough roadways today." So let's go to traffic.
All right,
and then
check traffic.
Stuff here. You send that.
I'll send that tweet. Adam just rolled his eyes in the chat. So
from the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center, protecting San Diego after accidents or injury, here's Kelly Danick.
Traffic is sponsored by Jack in the Box. Got a few things that might slow you down a bit. They have cleared that crash from the right lane on westbound 8 near the 163. Northbound side of the 805 before the 15. Accident involving several vehicles. Looks like fire crews got that right lane blocked. There's also a car in the center divide. And several problems in the North County. Northbound 15, Scripps Poway Parkway off-ramp a collision. Southbound 15 before Villa Rancho Parkway. There's a crash involving 3 cars. It's all over the right shoulder. But good news up ahead. They have finally cleared that dump truck fire near the 56, so no more lanes blocked for you there. Southbound 5 coastline, just past the racetrack, there is a collision involving a couple cars. That's in the center divide. You're going to want to sit down for this, the jumbo breakfast platter from Jack in the Box. No, seriously, it's so munch food. There's French toast sticks, grilled sausage patty, hash brown, and scrambled eggs, all for just $3.99. Get all this and so much more at Jack in the Box. I'm Kelly Danik with Ben and Wood, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
I guess when you have a superstar on your roster like Ben Higgins, he does get, Paulie, probably some preferential treatment.
Jared Kelenic.
Yeah,
treatment.
he gets that Jared Kelenic treatment. Ray says, I watched the show for Ben. I'm only here for Elton John. We have not played the sounder yet. But yeah, KG said that's why the show is called Ben and Woods. So if Ben comes first, and if he wants to go on a vacation and skip a round table, no problem. If I need mental health help, got to reschedule.
Tough S.
Tough S, pal. Tough S. Saturated Fat says, well, maybe a therapy session at 10:30 to address that passive aggressiveness. No, I'll be on the round table. I just mentioned till 11. So I can't do it tomorrow.
Sorry about it.
Sorry about it. I will go tomorrow. We'll do a 4-hour show.
Yeah.
We'll go to the round table, right into marriage counseling.
Whew.
It's a long day.
That's a Thursday.
You get real tired of the sound of your own voice, Paulie, after bloviating for 4 hours, then another hour, and then going into marriage counseling to talk about your feelings and why I'm an a-hole and all that, and what could I do better? You leave there and you're like, I got to make some changes. I've got to make some change. I just get tired. I don't want to talk the rest of the day. It's like 6 straight hours.
And then you get out of therapy at 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
And hey, guess what? We've got a 4-hour show on Friday with no Padres
With
game
no
on
Padres
Thursday
game to talk about.
So then you go right into show prep mode,
which is full on anxiety panic mode. But I think Friday we'll use as an opportunity to get a little bit weird in here. I've got a couple of ideas, and I think you guys will like them. But I'm. It's weird. I was telling my wife this the other day. Lately, I've been feeling a little bit reluctant to trust my instincts, which is weird for me because I've done it pretty well for 7 years since we've been on the show together.
I would say so.
And lately, I'm just unsure, and
like,
I don't
like gun shy.
Yeah, gun shy. I got a couple of ideas, and I go, I don't know if I should. I don't know if the tier ones will like it. I don't know if I should do it. I don't know if I should ask this person to come on.
Like nervous, it won't be good or funny.
No,
or...
it's just this weird thing. I'm just afraid to trust my instincts right now. I think we all go through that at times. You're just you got the imposter syndrome thing going, and you're like, maybe I'm not as good as I think I am, or people think I am. It's just it's a thing I'm trying to get through, and maybe the next couple of days will help. It's just one of those things where when you become unsure of yourself, I got to imagine, Paulie, like it happens to baseball players all the time. King, he's coming up at 8 o'clock. I could ask him about this. Do you ever have those days where you're like, what am I doing here? You know what I mean? Like he said the other day before his CG, that was the worst bullpen I've ever thrown. How do you go out and take the mound? That's what I want to find out. How do I go out and then eventually
you hear about guys
trust my
like,
stuff?
Oh, I knew I was locked in, or I knew I didn't have it during my bullpen session.
He said it was garbage.
What's that walk like from the bullpen?
Yeah. It's just that thing of like, how do you overcome it and push through it? And that's something that I want to do. So yeah, I think that'd be a good topic of conversation for Michael King, who's coming up at 8. We got Ben's prank call at 8:35, and then we will get out of here and turn it over to Sammy Levitt for some Padres baseball and Padres and pancakes. But Paul, you had a story that was really interesting to me as a boomer. I wanted to hear about the story because you're not going to do a Reindl report today.
Yeah, no Reindl report.
Just a programming note: tomorrow or Friday, prepare to do a 2-hour Reindl report, the longest Reindl report of all time. We'll go 8 to 10. Every story you can find. We're going to have a blast with it.
I think I can do that. Part of our morning routine, especially when it's just you and I and no Benny, we get in a little early and we like to go through the prep service and some of the curated stories and articles that they have come up with and see if we can pull anything from that. And the headline here was, boomers are shocked that Gen Zers don't have these common skills. And I thought, okay.
Boomers are shocked that Gen Z don't have these common skills. So I'm not a boomer, technically. I act like a boomer.
Gen Z is anybody born between 97 or 95 and 2012. So you're.
My wife just missed it. No, yeah, no, she's not. She's what's before that?
Millennial.
Oh yeah, she's a millennial.
Yeah.
You're a millennial.
I'm a millennial.
Okay, so Gen Z doesn't know how to do these things.
Yeah, and I'm looking at it. The first one is how to read a map and figure out directions without GPS.
Why would you need to?
Do they need that knowledge?
No. There is absolutely zero reason to ever open a road map again, ever. That's one of the best inventions of all time is GPS and Waze and Google Maps.
They don't have to go print off MapQuest directions.
Getting a Thomas guide in your car, circling it. I got to go to this grid. There is no reason. That should not be mocked. It should be celebrated. And boomers should be thanking their lucky stars that they never have to do that again. And I don't care how old school you are. If you're still using a map, you're way behind the times. There's no reason to do it.
How to address a piece of mail. Not totally.
Do they not know how to address a piece of mail?
That seems pretty standard.
Like if I picked up, if I
where to put your address and where to put the
stamp.
Yeah.
I'll say this as a almost 50-year-old man, I never know how many stamps to put on anymore. I have no idea, especially if it's a little bulky. So I'll put 6 stamps on when it probably only needed 2.
Let's see. This one's really weird. How to unclog a toilet using a plunger. What other way is there to unclog a toilet?
Yeah, there's not some newfangled hey,
there's no app for that.
Hey, what a boomer! He's still using a plunger. No, that's the only way to do it. Evan says Gen Z here. This is BS. I agree with you.
I
Evan.
agree.
Hold on.
That's the number 3. How to unclog a toilet.
Gen Zers, weigh in. How do you unclog a toilet? With your hand? Your foot? A
That's
hanger?
something I would expect boomers to say. Like, back in my day, we used to just stick our hand in and clear it out.
I'd pull it right out. That's incredible.
How to tell time on a clock with hands.
That's a pretty important skill. I'm teaching my 7-year-old.
You think with your digital watches
right, your phone.
And your phone, you don't need it. But eventually, you're going to be in a room that has a regular clock.
Maybe you're in London and you see Big Ben and you don't know what time it is. And you're a Gen Z. Oh, there he is.
There's Big Ben.
There's Big Ben. I think it's important, and I'm teaching Bo how to do it right now. So I have this watch. It's digital, but it's got the old school hands, and he likes to look at it for his bedtime. And I've taught him, multiples of 5, and you got to go around. So he's figuring it out. I think that's an important skill.
How to write a check.
All right, nobody needs to write checks anymore.
I agree. How to use a manual can opener. Does everybody have the automated can openers now? I still have a regular.
We do too, and I don't know why. I constantly tell my wife, "What's the purpose?" I don't like all the clutter on the counter with the electric can opener, and let's leave it out. I don't want to have to drag it out every time I want to open a can of tuna.
This one got me because I learned it in 3rd grade, and I haven't done it since. How to write in cursive.
I submit that the older the more the generations pass, people won't even learn to write anymore.
Just learn to write.
Yeah, just learn to write. You just type. Everything you do in your life, you type. I rarely write by longhand.
Yeah.
I mean rarely. I'm almost 50. I rarely write anything out.
How to drive a stick shift.
Again, I would love to teach my kids. I don't have one.
I think it's important.
It's important to learn. I loved it. I love driving stick.
I learned how to drive on a stick shift.
Me too.
It was fun.
A Ford Escort. Yeah.
Ford Probe.
Yeah, it was great.
And then it says how to read Roman numerals. I still have a lot of trouble with
Super Bowl XVI. Here we go. I have no idea at 50.
But I don't think that people need to know that.
I don't think
if
so
I'm
either.
A boomer, or
if
I'm a
Gen
boomer,
Z,
I'm not mad that Gen Z doesn't know how to read Roman numerals.
Not even a little. Somebody said in the chat too, the not needing a map is going to come back and bite you sometime. How? If GPS goes out, maybe, but I don't have a map. No one keeps MapQuest in their, or a guide in their car anymore, right?
I don't
So
think
if GPS goes out, I'm screwed. I'm going to try to nose my way home.
Is this weird? This is what I do. every day when I drive somewhere,
everywhere I go,
I put it in Waze.
Other than to my kids' school, to the ball field, but when I come to work, I put it on every morning.
I know the route.
I know
obviously.
the route like the back of my hand.
I put it in every single time when I get in my car. I've got the little screen in front of me, and I use Waze.
Yeah,
and I enter my work address
every day
because if there's traffic, an accident, if it's going to send me around, I was like, is that weird that I like when I'm driving home? I know how to get home, but I still use map every single time.
I'm on your side. I believe in this. Michael King is going to join the program next. Very excited to talk to the Padres ace. We'll do that next right here on 97.3 The Fan. Welcome back, Bennett Woods, 97.3 The Fan. Got about an hour and 3 minutes left of the program today. Turn it over to the great Sammy Levitt. He's out there getting his work in right now and going to bring you the Padres pregame show and then Padres baseball. We're about to be joined by Padres pitcher Michael King here on the program. I just realized Michael King is Gen Z.
Yes,
just
had
talking.
to look it up.
We were
just made it.
We were just talking about Gen Z and the things that they're apparently they get mocked by boomers. Now, boomers mock a lot of people. They do. Boomers had it pretty easy in this country, as far as I'm concerned. They had it really, really easy.
I agree.
It's been a lot tougher for the following. My generation, Gen X, we've had it not too shabby. But everything after that, I do hold a great deal of sympathy for those generations. It hasn't been easy for any of those.
I always think about one of my best friends growing up. His dad was very wealthy.
Yeah.
Orthodontist, dentist, like they made a lot of money.
Probably bought his home for $70,000.
I remember in high school, we were starting to think about college, and he was telling us how he got his dental degree at the University of Washington back in the 70s.
Yeah, $300
for like $150 a semester.
I know, dude.
And I go, must have been nice.
Yeah.
And then you bought your home for $150,000.
It's now worth $6 million.
Yeah,
like, I know.
must have been nice.
I know. I have a lot of sympathy for the younger generations. I do. They have been dealing with much more than we did. I think we have Michael King on the line right now. Is that true? All right, joining us right here on 97.3 The Fan, Padres pitcher Michael King. Michael, how are you, my friend? Oh, nope, not ready. All right, hang on. Right here.
Now you can talk.
Now we're ready. Michael King joins the program. How are you, my friend?
I'm good. How are you guys?
We're doing good. How is lovely Detroit this fine morning?
I was just saying, this is the best weather I've experienced in Detroit in my entire career.
It looked beautiful. Yesterday looked like a stunning day. Nicky P out on the mound, just absolutely shoving. Was a really, really nice win for you guys.
Yeah, what could be better? I mean, it was beautiful weather, and I mean, Pivetta's been dominate the whole year, so it's almost expected now.
You know, it's funny. I was watching Jack Flaherty last night too, and he threw really, really well. His performance reminded me of yours the other night, like dominating, striking out guys, putting the ball where you want. One bad pitch, and you're like, oh, all right. That's not a great feeling. I know that you did not like that at all.
Yeah, no, that's never fun. I mean, his was early, so it almost isn't as heartbreaking.
That's not as bad.
Yeah, when you're up 2-0, you go for a 2-run bomb to end your outing. It's not fun.
So, what is Nick Pivetta like as a teammate? Because to watch him now, we interviewed him at spring training. Really nice guy, really calm. On the mound, a different story. Stalks the mound a little bit. He's verbal. He's vociferous. He's all of those things. Michael, what is he like on game day when it's start day for Nicky P?
You know, I was honestly disappointed because obviously I've seen the exact same thing as you. And I wanted him to be the type that like doesn't talk to anybody on game day or like is that type of guy in the locker room the whole time. And he's just his normal self, but then flips a switch when he actually gets out there on the mound. So, I mean, a ultra competitor and hated to play against him. But in the clubhouse, he's the same very nice, very goofy guy that we all know and love.
Be honest with me, Michael King. Is the guy on start day that's like, don't talk to me, get away from me, that's sucking down Red Bull? Is it kind of annoying? I heard stories about super intense hitters, right? That would, after every ground out or K, they would come back, they'd slam their bats, they'd throw their helmets. That stuff wears on teammates after 162, does it not?
I guess it depends on how you look at it. I choose to look at it like that's what he thinks is going to make him have his success, and so then I just like to laugh at it. That's my favorite part. I've obviously had those teammates before, and it then just becomes my treat on their day to just observe and see how they act.
Observe and report. No, it's funny, and I think hitters, you get 500 ABs a season, like. You got to be able to flush it and move on. Pitchers are different. You only get to throw every 5 days. So if it doesn't go well, it's something that you have to sit with until your next start.
Yeah, I definitely think it's harder as a hitter, or at least more exhausting as a hitter. But as a starter, and I think that's just the culture that we've created here. It's like, yeah, when you have a bad outing, we have the 4 other guys in the rotation and Ruben and the coaching staff to pitch you out of that. And it's just it's a great culture to, you sulk in it for a little bit, but then you figure out what you got to do better and make those adjustments.
Talking to Padres pitcher Michael King here on Ben and Woods this morning, and thanks so much for the time on a game day. I know you guys got stuff that you do. What do you do between starts? Like, what does today look like for you?
Today's actually pretty light. Yesterday was my bullpen day. So yesterday was the heavy upper body lift and bullpen and arm care. And then today will just be I'd say it's like some build-ups, 60-yard build-ups in terms of sprints, and then light-ish throwing 90, 120. Just kind of feel the mechanics that I've been trying to ingrain the last few days and make sure I have the confidence going into my next one.
And yeah, you'll be taking on Tampa Bay when you guys get back to Petco. You've thrown so well here, Michael. You've thrown so well since you become a San Diego Padre. And I know you and your wife are expecting it's your first baby, right? Do you know the sex of the baby yet?
We are not finding out. That was my wife's doing, and she's the crazy one.
Does that make you insane?
It makes me insane when I'm in the appointment and we're doing our the scans and we're looking at the baby and they say, okay, look away, because they're checking something in the area, and I so badly just want to look to see if I can see anything. But even all the other guys on the team that have kids say it's like almost impossible to realize what you're looking at in those scans.
It's true.
But I'm like, and then I keep calling it, what do you call the baby right now? I don't want to call it an it. I don't want to call them them. It's like, I want it to be him or her. So then I have to say him or her every time. So it's definitely a challenge, but I'm going to be very excited when that baby comes out, just because it'll be a true surprise.
Well, like, parenting's hard enough without not planning for what's coming. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's pretty much a challenge every minute for the rest of your life. And then you're thrown into the fire immediately. And now you're thrown in the fire. Oh, this is how I'm a dad to a girl. This is what I need to do if it's a boy. Like, you tell Sheila that, I don't think it's going to cut through, but it's hard enough at this point. And no, I'm really excited for you guys. What's the expected date?
Probably mid-July.
Okay.
Because she's type 1 diabetic, she actually can't go past 38 weeks. So it's a little bit different of like a normal due date. So we're just saying mid-July.
It's awesome, man. I'm so happy for you guys. See your guys' pictures and living it up right now in that moment. And it all changes, right? When they come out and you hold them in your arms for the first time. There's truly nothing like it. It really puts things in perspective. When you're a parent, you're like, all right, like, my job is really cool and there's a lot to worry about, but this is like the greatest thing ever. I'm really stoked for you guys.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, everything I've heard is you almost gain a whole new respect for your wife too after they're pushing that thing out. It's just like they're your superhero after that.
They absolutely are, and you feel a little bit unnecessary for about 6 months, and don't take it personally because it's just the way that parenthood goes. And I don't know if you know this, Michael, but San Diego is a pretty great place to raise a family.
I can't wait.
And don't read anything into that other than, would like to have you guys and the King family here for a long time. It's always that tricky subject. You're pitching on the last year of your deal. I think how Padres fans feel about you right now. I know that that gives you a lot of leverage with the way that you've pitched too. Have you guys discussed anything? Probably not in the season, but is that something that you're willing to entertain?
Of course. I mean, yeah, obviously we love San Diego. And yes, I do feel that love from the fans. So it definitely adds to it. But yeah, we have not had any discussions. But obviously I've had an incredible time here in San Diego. So it's definitely at top of the list.
Well, just so you know, the New York media is already trying to bring you back to New York. I've seen your name mentioned I won't mention his name because he gets really mad when you mention his name, but they're trying to get you back. I think this hot start by the San Diego Padres, best record in baseball, tied with the Mets. I think it has, I don't want to say it's surprised a lot of people, but it's certainly twisted a lot of narratives, Michael, about, well, you know what? They'll probably unload this guy and that guy at the deadline, and they'll be out of it. And to watch you guys come out of the chute like you have has been really, really incredible, especially with everybody that's been banged up so far.
I was going to say it's a testament to the depth that we have with the injuries. But I also think there were definitely some question marks in our starting rotation. Obviously, with Joe and Darvish not in it, and then even Waldron, who was huge for us last year, on the shelf right now. So, and that's like Vasquez has been great. Pivetta's been one of the best pitchers in baseball, and Hart today. We got a really, really good culture that we're building there, and then we're just building off the winning culture that we had from last year. So it's we're adding the right pieces. We have a great team chemistry, and I know you guys know this, but it is crazy how many more wins you get when you just have a good culture.
You know, it's something we talked about before you got here. Actually, we talked about it on the show. We've been a show for 7 years, and we've seen all kinds of different clubhouses. And you know, we saw some that didn't feel right. We saw obviously the one last year that definitely felt right, and the one so far this year that has looked great. The carryover has been staggering, and I think I missed it, you know, as a media pundit. I really did. And I think, you know, I thought, well, that season ended. You know, we got some new guys coming in. The fact that you guys have all just kind of picked up where you left off, how much has to do with, oh, look, there's Fritzy, he's back. Oh, look, there's Ruben, he's back. There's Macias, he's back. There's Leaper. Like all these guys, it's the same faces. How important is that to big leaguers?
It's huge. I know Schulte talked about that in the offseason, was trying to keep the same core group of guys, and that's staff and players. And it's a comforting aspect, but it's also just your routine that you get in. They know that, and they know what is going to make you tick and what you need to work on. And so now the cold streaks become a lot shorter when you got guys around you that know exactly what to do to get you back to your norm. So I think Schulte's done a great job maintaining all the same faces. And then obviously you got the leadership of the players, and having those core group still here, whether it's even Joe that's not going to pitch this year, and he comes on every road trip and is working his ass off in his rehab. It's really nice to see. And he's involved in every pitchers meeting that we have. It's really good to just keep these veterans around to make sure that we're staying on the same path. And it's been really fun.
Talking to Michael King this morning, Padres ace joining us from Detroit. Got some daytime baseball for you guys this morning. Michael, Monday night, very scary situation early in that game. Sunday night.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Sunday night. Scary moment with Luis Rise there to like start the game. No, second batter of the night. I know you weren't in the game. I know you're not a position player, but you're part of that team. You're in that dugout. What is the mentality like? How do you stay focused on the game moving forward from that? I know you have to just the show goes on, I guess, is the saying, but how do you stay locked in as a player, whether you're in the game, whether you're watching the game and observing and taking notes and all of that? What is that like when you have a scary situation that you don't see too often in baseball?
It's really scary, and very hard to lock back in or flip that switch back on. For me, it's obviously I'm locked into the game, but I'm asking the trainers almost every inning to see if we have any update. And as soon as we got updates, it spread like wildfire throughout the team to know that all of his tests were negative and he was looking good. So I'm I guess thankful that I wasn't playing, because I think that's really tough and shows the determination of our team to still go out there and win, because that's exactly what Louis would have wanted us to do. His personality obviously is a huge one in our clubhouse, and then it was just going out there and playing baseball. So very thankful that he's all good. I can't wait to see him in San Diego, and he'll be a great addition back to the team once he's ready to go.
He's unreal. I mean, it's I've interviewed, I think, everybody on the team almost, and that's the one that made me the most nervous. I think I was the most starstruck meeting Luis Ariz. I mean, he does what is just so hard to do, and he makes it look easy, Michael. And did he really walk back in the clubhouse at the end of the game?
Yeah, I wanted to know what that moment was like.
Oh yeah. No, we had no idea. I think he thought he was going to get on our flight with us to Detroit.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it was crazy. He's still in full uniform as he walks back in, and it's the same smiley, joking self that he is. So it was very refreshing to see him totally fine walking into that locker room.
Well, man, I know you guys got a game to play. Thank you so much. Good luck in your next start. Certainly we'll be rooting for you guys today, and I really wish a happy flight back from Detroit today. Michael King, thanks so much for the time this morning.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
All right, buddy. That is the great Michael King. I could talk to that guy all day long, just as cool as it gets. So, yeah, I loved what he said. And again, I think you're hearing it from every single player talking about the culture of the San Diego Padres. And, people have argued for years, culture doesn't win games, talent does. But I think these guys are really proving that it's a big, big part in the continuity. A lot of credit goes to Preller and Schilt for bringing those guys back and making sure these guys are comfortable and ready to go.
It's something that we like to say and talk about, but we don't know unless you're on the team and in that environment. You really don't know.
Yeah.
And when you hear all the guys, man, they all say the same thing. You're like, okay, maybe the culture really does have as much of an impact on everything, on the whole season, as we think it does.
No question about it. And I know they always bring up examples of teams that hated each other, but they won 100 games. I mean, yeah, that happens. Absolutely. Talent sometimes does win out, but I don't think it can be denied right now with the best record in baseball after 24 games and the way that these guys have been playing. Couldn't love that guy more. I hope he's a Padre for life. I never want to see him in another uniform ever, ever, ever. So, well, you heard that. You know what that's for. 833-288-0973. Paulie will take the third caller for those Elton John tickets. And thanks for waiting. Thanks for being here with us this morning. And we will be right back. We've got, about 45 minutes left.
Yeah, we're going to get to take on Woods. So we didn't think about that.
All right, we'll clear the lines. We'll come back. We'll get a caller. We'll do it that way. All right, we'll do take on Woods next. But first, wanted to tell you, if you're a little bit underwater financially, you do own a home, you can get cash out of your home's equity, refinance out of a high rate, or do a home improvement project with Loan Pronto. They can make it happen in a matter of days. Take advantage of this opportunity. Get tens or even hundreds of thousands out of your home's equity. Pay off all your credit cards. Pay off your car loans. The average homeowner cuts their monthly bills by $1,000. More info can be found at loanpronto.com. Inflation, higher costs put a lot of people stressful financial situations. If you do own a home, there is a way out. They've got multiple options that can help you get the financial freedom you deserve. Most homeowners get their cash in less than 2 weeks. Most don't even need an appraisal. Do the smart thing. Stop paying insane rates on your credit cards. Wipe them out. Get a lower mortgage rate. Get money for that home improvement project. All starts by getting in contact with the experts at Loan Pronto. Go to loanpronto.com or call now 619-207-4336 or loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781. Subject to lender approval, NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
Hey players, things are about to get real here in San Diego. Introducing the all-new Hamul Casino Resort. With a 200-room hotel tower, exciting new eats and drinks, plenty of new places to play, and a luxe spa and salon. Hello, rooftop pool and deck. It's where players can play their hearts out and enjoy all the perks that come with it. It gets real this summer at the all-new Hamul Casino Resort, the players' place.
On the Elton John tickets, buddy.
I'm glad you asked because I already forgot. Joey won the tickets.
Congratulations, buddy. Let's see.
Had to go back and look. There's a lot happening.
There's a lot happening in here. And when we do that sometimes, we're like, hey, call now. And then we're like, also call for this. So now we
don't quite play it out in your head.
Now we need a
hang up.
Yeah, hang up. Clear the lines. We've already given the tickets away. I do apologize. We'll have more for you tomorrow. And now we need a caller for Take on Woods. Because what are we playing for Take on Woods?
Playing for our monthly grand prize trip to Las Vegas.
There it is. I never do this, so I don't even know where they are. Beat or tie me. You'll qualify for a chance to win our grand prize 2 tickets to either Disturbed, Ghost, or Pantera in Las Vegas, plus a 2-night stay at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas and a $150 gift card. Get tickets for all 3 shows now at Ticketmaster.com. And all you have to do is beat or tie me, and you'll qualify. We had a qualifier yesterday, so it can be done. So call in now, 833 288 0973 833-288-0973. Again, I never do this. Shut up, David. Our buddy David J. Never doubt how much Ben means to the show. He thinks he's only good at liners and stuff.
You're kind of proving his case.
I am
little bit.
I am
by drawing attention to it.
I'm not great at it. It's fine. My own strengths. It's hard. It's an art form. Well, I don't get any reps at it. Katie says, "Are you high?" I'm not high. I'm as low as I could be.
Everybody must get stoned.
Speaking of that, after Take on Woods, we will give you our magnum opus. All right.
You're gonna hear that.
You will hear that for sure. You guys will really, really enjoy this. 833-288-0973. Anybody on the line to play?
We can find out.
Find out?
Yeah, let's get to
Let's get to our game.
Let's get to our game.
All right, let's go.
All right, we're going to try to pull a caller here live on the air. This is the fun part of what we do when we're a man down. I'm assuming anybody that called in the last couple of minutes knows that the tickets are gone, but you are going to be playing Take on Woods. So we're going to go to line number 5 here, 97.3 The Fan. Who is this?
Israel.
Israel, are you calling for Take on Woods?
Yes.
I love that. Thank you very much. All right, Israel, let's see here. We're going to have 3 categories for you that Ben has prepared for us. And I'm just going to go ahead and tell you right now, all 3 categories are all 2-second song categories, okay?
Okay.
So the first one we have for you to choose from is duets, old and newish duets. We have One If by Land, Two If by Sea. That's going to be all the songs with land or sea in the title. And then we have our third category is all 2-second songs. The category is called 4-letter ladies, female artists with 4-letter names. What would you like to go with today?
Go 4-letter ladies.
4-letter ladies. I love it. All right, let me cue all of those up and get them ready for you. How's your morning going today?
Good, man. Just pulled into work.
Love it. All right. Getting everything queued up here. Okay, your time will begin when I play the first song. Again, they're all 2-second song category here. 5 female artists who are all known by one name only, and it's only 4 letters long. Are you ready to go, Israel?
Ready to go.
All right. Let's get ready to take on Woods. Your time begins in just a second when I play the first clip.
Sade.
And the song?
Sade. Pass.
All right, we'll come back to it.
Okay, that's Enya. Pass.
I can feel something inside me say.
Share. Strong enough.
Incorrect. I'm sorry.
Pass.
Okay, number 5.
That's Pink. Don't know the name of the song.
I need the song title. All right, let's go back to the first one.
That is Sade. Dang it. What is the name of that song?
Oh, boy. You got
Sweet Taboo.
No, that is incorrect. I'm sorry. You did get a couple of the artists, some in the wrong order there, but you did not give me the name of the title as well. So we had Smooth Operator by Sade. We had Thank You by Dido, Believe by Cher, Orinoco Flow by Enya, and So What by Pink. So I don't know that a score of 0 is going to get it done, but let's bring back Woodsy and we'll see how he does here. This is really not fun to do by yourself. It is not
good
fun.
Thanks, Ben.
Yeah,
We should all feel a little pain.
He's like, I already have some categories ready if you're just going to do them. I'm like, we usually just give out the prize.
We just give out the prize. All right, I like this.
All right, so I won't give you the category, Woodsy. I will let you know, like Ben always does, that this is an all 2-second song category.
Oh, God, okay.
And your time begins when I play the first clip. Again, 5 2-second songs here. Are you ready to take on Israel?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go.
Smooth Operator by Sade. That's Dido. Thank You.
Correct.
I can feel something inside me say.
It's Cher. Do you believe in life after love? Do you believe in life after love?
Believe.
Oh, God. No idea. Pass. That's Pink.
Do you have the song title?
I don't know the name of the song.
You go back to the other one?
No, I have no idea what that one is. 0. No, I have no idea what it is. That's Pink song is something change. I have no idea.
It's not something
I think I only got 2 right.
Well,
maybe 3.
By a score of 2-0.
Oh, yes.
You did get the win.
Yes.
That was So What by Pink.
Okay, did not.
Enya was the one you didn't get.
Enya. What was the category?
The category was 4-letter ladies.
4-letter ladies.
Female artists with one name, 4 letters.
I've heard of Enya. I just didn't know that song. I know Enya, you clowns. I just didn't know that song.
Orinoco Flow.
What is it?
Orinoco Flow.
That's the name of that song? Yeah. I have obviously heard of her, but I did not know that. So thank you for playing Israel. But I got you. Sorry about it. All right. Coming up next, Ben's prank calls. You're going to like this very much.
Yeah. This was
back.
a fun one.
All right. We'll be right back.
Hey players, things are about to get real here in San Diego. Introducing the all-new Hamul Casino Resort. With a 200-room hotel tower, exciting new eats and drinks, plenty of new places to play, and a luxe spa and salon. Hello, rooftop pool and deck. It's where players can play their hearts out and enjoy all the perks that come with it. It gets real this summer at the all-new Hamul Casino Resort, the player's place.
These backhanded compliments that's rolling in,
What the hell's
Paulie, in the
going on over
YouTube
here?
feed. I don't know. This was pretty funny, though. This got me. Jay said, without Ben, this sounds like your typical bro podcast on YouTube. Love it.
Is that a bad thing?
I can't tell.
Thing? I don't know.
And David J and his big mouth, Mad Friars, says, listening this
I
morning.
expect it from him.
I expect it too. He says, listening to this morning show is like watching two kids try to get ready for school the morning their mom is out of town. They'll probably get there. Nobody's likely to die. But listen, I've had to poop since we got here, and I can't even get up to go poop. So I don't know what to tell you, except that there's a lot going on in this room. All right. And Ben is the steady hand, and that's all right. You only got 8 more hours of this week. So there you go.
We haven't even talked about what we got planned for the rest of the week.
No, we have really, really good stuff. Should we do that now? Yeah, let's just do it now. Let's see. You have the schedule top of mind.
We still have all of our regular weekly features. You will hear Eno Saris at 8:35 tomorrow, like you always do. Sammy Levitt's going to join us at some point tomorrow morning. Friday, it's a Friar Friday. I believe we'll be talking with Darren Smith as well.
We will be talking with
for
Darren
our
Smith.
weekly with him, little SDFC, some Padres there. So we'll have all the regular stuff. But one of my favorite things that we did all of last year. Now Ben was here for that.
He was here.
We had the San Diego Anchorman Roundtable.
Yes.
Where we had Darnay. We had Julian Delgadio from Fox 5.
Yep.
We had Jake from CBS all on Zoom, and our YouTube stream had 6 camera boxes, and I had a lot of fun with that.
It was so fun.
Now we make jokes at Ben's expense about
often
how much we appreciate and admire some of the other local sportscasters here in town, like Julian, Jake, Darnay, John Howard, Troy Hirsch,
all of them.
Pretty much all of them.
Yeah, they're all great. We're very blessed here.
So tomorrow, joining us in studio in a co-host capacity for, I don't know, a couple of hours, I think, is Jake from CBS 8.
Jake Garignani. His dad's in the chat right now, Joe.
I love that.
I love it too.
He'll be there. I think he'll be in around 7 tomorrow, and he'll be hanging out with us for the morning. And then on Friday, I believe in our 8 o'clock hour, Julian Delgadio from Fox 5 is going to step in, sit in Ben's chair, hang out with us, talk some sports, talk some whatever. I want to get to know these guys a little bit more.
Yeah, no doubt.
We've had them on before to talk more sportsy, but hey, this is we're going to be in here for an hour, 2 hours, maybe even 3 hours. We'll explore the space a little bit.
So Joe's his cousin. Sorry, not his dad. Yeah, excited to have those guys in, man. It's fun. And Ben needs to know, and he knows this place is very secure when he comes back.
Okay.
It'll be here waiting for him. He is a great dude. Carlos wants to know if we could squeeze in Vanessa Paz. I think Mrs. Woods might have something to say about that. I would love to have Vanessa in, do a little weather. She works for Fox
I don't know what the
5
weather is
now.
going to be like.
I have no idea what
I have no idea how to dress for tomorrow.
I have no clue.
Because I don't know what the weather's going to be like.
I think it would be great to hear Vanessa Paz in here telling us the weather. So maybe we can reach out and make that happen.
So you like my
I got your torpedo bat in my hand, Paulie.
Isn't
Paulie
that
got
cool?
himself a torpedo bat. I love it, and I've been fondling it.
I've been waiting for like 2 weeks. I ordered that pretty much like a day or two after
the craze happened.
Victus and a bunch of other bat companies said, hey, check out our torpedo bats that everyone's talking about in Major League Baseball. I ordered it immediately. Finally got it yesterday. I cannot wait to play some baseball with
Now, you won't even go to the cage with this, right? You don't want to mess it up like at Boomers hitting rubber balls?
Probably not.
Will you hit off the tee with it?
Yeah, I would. Absolutely.
It's so skinny. I don't know how to feel about it. It's really weird to hold it in your hand. And
I was comparing it to like a regular bat, and it's like skinnier, but the sweet spot, the barrel is fatter.
I'll hold it up. If you're watching on YouTube, you can see it. Yeah, it's just really, it's different. It's different. I'm so excited to see you catch barrels.
I cannot wait
this weekend. That's a good way to get yourself in the lineup. Get yourself a brand new torpedo bag. Paulie, you're in.
All right,
you're swinging it this week.
Perfect.
All right, it's
I'll pay for that.
It's pretty badass, dude. If you go up and get a knock with it, can I try it, or should I try my own? I want to get my own. Here's the thing.
One.
I ordered
the same
one
day as I did.
Same day. It was right in the middle of. We were just getting ready for the show. I think I might have even been on the air, and I saw somebody sent me the link, so I clicked it. But I forgot to hit like submit,
confirm.
I picked my model. I picked the length, the girth, all of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess I didn't hit submit because A, it never came. B, I kept searching my email for the confirmation email. I never found it. I went to my PayPal. I went to my bank. I looked. I'm like, I didn't get docked for it. I'm like, this is crazy. So I guess I never hit submit. And now Paulie has this, and I'm jealous.
Yeah.
I'm super, super jealous. I don't know if it would help me at all. Paulie's actually been putting the bat on the ball, so that will probably help you. But I don't know how to feel.
Well, you can use it.
I feel envy. But also, I'm looking at it. It looks like a freaking fungo.
Yeah.
It looks like a fungo. It feels like a fungo
light,
in my hand.
Skinny.
All right. If you get Knox this weekend, I'm ordering one. Period.
Yes.
Period. The end. All right. Without further ado. So we're going to do this after traffic, but it's become tradition that when Ben's out, we use his voice to make prank calls.
We've been collecting sound bites from Ben for years. I have a folder with like 1,000 drops, things you haven't even heard.
I can't wait for you guys to hear this. So let's check traffic. We'll get right to it.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center, protecting San Diego after accidents or injury, here's Kelly Danick.
Problems in the North County. Crash involving a car and a semi northbound 15 before Rancho Bernardo Road. It's over the right shoulder. A crash has been cleared out of the left lane on West 78 before Nordall Road. And an accident on the El Camino Real on-ramp to westbound 78. Also collision on northbound 5 coastline just before Encinitas Boulevard. That's been cleared over the right shoulder. Further north on the 5, right past the 78. Watch out for a stalled car in the center divide. I'm Kelly Danick with Ben and Woods, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Yeah, so if you're new to the show, we take some out-of-context clips. We put them on a soundboard, and we make prank calls with them.
One of my favorite things.
We don't do it a lot, but again, when he goes on vacation, this is something we do. Let's play them some of our greatest hits, Paulie.
Yeah, this was from a year or two ago.
Okay.
We called Another Broken Egg in Fairhope, Alabama.
Yep.
Thank you for calling Another Broken Egg in Fairhope. This is Marissa. How can I help you?
Good morning. I'm excited.
For what?
What was the score of the Aztecs game?
Oh, I don't really watch sports.
The first half, the Aztecs dominated. Maybe the best half they've played all season. I got called out by my 19-year-old last night.
You got what?
I got called out. To choose, though, Reese Kinnear as the person to set the tone in your game, to me, is an indictment of a couple of things.
I'm sorry, I don't follow.
How is it hanging? I like good, firm banana.
This girl had no idea what was going on.
Queen, just on the phone, getting
we called her back. We felt so bad.
Had to call her back.
Called her back and just apologized.
She was very kind.
A year ago tomorrow is when so this is Ben's annual April golf trip. And Gentlemen's Club last January, we thought we need to call one of those establishments.
Yes, he was on his way to Henderson.
So we called a place in Las Vegas.
Good. I love
Thanks
this.
for calling Put Against Sam. Triana speaking.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I was disappointed with last night.
What happened?
You could see it all falling apart right there on the stage. It was horrible.
On the stage.
The stage.
Okay.
I'm going to need at least a couple of $100 bills.
Is this a joke?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Would you like to speak with the manager?
I know that the Lakers aren't going to win the championship. They're probably going to lose to Denver anyway.
Oh, God. She's laughing.
Okay.
I like watching LeBron and Anthony Davis.
And then she hung up.
It's like a real conversation with him. That's the best part.
Oh, my God.
All right.
Are we ready?
I'm ready. So we, Paulie and I have been, again, behind the scenes for like 2 months collecting things. And then we had an open last week that it triggered my memory. And I said, all right, we now have everything we need to pull it off. And this is a little different. Like,
this is like 4 or 5.
This is like 4. We're going to play you everything we got from yesterday. And we went into the lab and this is what we came out with.
We called several
different dispensaries
across America.
Right.
How can I help you?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Where could I find some marijuana?
Is a real guy?
Loose cannabis?
That one didn't last long.
That was it.
Hi there. How can I help?
I don't even have a vape pen.
This sounds automated.
Loose cannabis? Ganja, a.k.a. cannabis.
That one didn't last long either.
Can I help you?
Hey, how's it going?
Not too bad. How are you?
I'm not a drug dealer. Good morning.
Hello?
Spliff a bus at enemy head.
Bueno?
Everybody must get stoned.
And they hung
Hung
up.
up.
How can I help you?
Good morning.
Hi.
Sweet age.
Where could I find some marijuana?
Where can you find some marijuana?
Where could I find some marijuana? Ganja, a.k.a. cannabis.
At our dispensary?
I like a blunt or a big fat bowl.
We have blunts here.
Okay, now you're talking.
How can I help you?
I don't even have a vape pen. Hey, how's it going?
Hello?
I'm not a drug dealer.
Okay.
I love the cocaine. Cocaine.
Okay.
Spliff a bus at enemy head.
And she hung up.
That's it for her. Oh, God. We have blunts here.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good morning.
Good morning, how can I help you?
Where could I find some marijuana?
The address should be right next to the phone number that you reached us at.
I was using my vape pen last night, and it was great.
Okay.
Let's smoke that bowl, hit that bong.
This is a prank call, but you really have nothing better to do. You're kind of a loser.
Oh man.
Oh.
Ben, you are a kind of a loser.
Man, that was it did not disappoint, Paulie.
Oh, God.
It did not. The sheer I feel like a 10-year-old again when I'm in that room and we're doing it. The nerves are like
We're sweating.
I'm
We are
pouring sweat in there.
sweat.
It is so funny. His voice just naturally makes me giggle every time I hear a drop of him. It just makes me laugh. It wouldn't be the same if it was you, if it was me. It would not
100%.
matter. It's the way that he delivers the lines is just perfect. I love the
Spliff a bus at enemy head.
that one is fantastic. But I love the I was using my vape pen last night and it was great.
I was using my vape pen last night, and it was great.
I could do it.
Elise is like, you guys are gonna get Ben in trouble again. He gets in trouble. He's not even here.
He's not even here. Paulie, if I had the ability to sit at my desk at home and do this for days, I would do it for days. It makes me so happy. So happy. Oh my gosh. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that. We will probably play it again for you tomorrow. Do we have are we going to put it out? It's so long.
Yeah, we will.
Yeah, we can put it out on socials
something
as well because I know you guys are going to want to hear it again. Jay says Ben about to get fired on his day off.
You a stupid mother. Get fired on your day off.
Would you try to build a clubhouse? It's incredible. It's so good. It's so good. He makes me so happy. I delight so much in those prank calls.
The last one.
The last one was so good. Play it.
Let's smoke that bowl. Hit that bong.
This is a prank call, but you really have nothing better to do. You're kind of a loser.
I agree with you. And no,
we are losers.
We didn't have anything better to do. We really didn't. Holy cow. Thank you guys. I mean, the people were in the chat were just losing their minds. It's so funny. It's just so funny, everyone. The sweet angel from the the One Egg Cafe or whatever it's
another
called.
broken egg.
That kid, when he starts talking Lakers basketball and Aztecs basketball, then he pivots to Reese Kinnear. She's like, I have no idea what you're talking about. No idea what you're talking about. And she just sat there and wore it for us. But
no, the for me, I think even though I like the dispensary one the most overall, the moment when he's talking to the strip club in Vegas, and how it all fell apart right there on the stage.
Yeah, that's so
and
good.
demanding that they pay
$200.
him a couple of $100.
She's probably gotten that call before.
What happened?
You could see it all falling apart right there on the stage.
Yeah.
It was horrible.
It was horrible.
Had a horrible night.
Okay.
I'm going to need at least a couple of $100 bills.
At least a couple of $100 bills.
So good. Oh man, I loved it. Oh, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I mean, we can. Joey says he's out for one day. You cook up the most childish S ever. LMAO. I know. It's like a sickness. It is. It's a sickness. Nick says, didn't you guys just get a weed warning? We did. That's where we took 95% of those drops from when he read that email. I was like, well, thanks for
Light
this.
bulb went off in the head.
Light bulb went off, and I went, all right. Now I called Paulie. I drove home that day and I listened to the open and it was just like bing, bing.
I'm not a
bing.
drug dealer.
That was all in my head. And I go, all right, go clip like 30 of these. And this will be our way in. We can talk about loose cannabis. So I don't know if we're getting in trouble for it.
Where could I find some marijuana?
We probably
Probably will.
Yeah, it's all right. I ask for forgiveness instead of permission, but I love it. I mean, I would like to do more before. Tomorrow is an off. We got the round table. We got counseling. If we can find the time, I'd
love to do another one.
Keep doing some more, man.
I
It is
think
so
about
good.
just the other day, over the weekend, actually, I was flipping through the guide on the TV, and Inglourious Bastards came on.
Yeah.
Quentin Tarantino, one of my favorite
Great
movies
movie.
of all time. And at the end, when Brad Pitt's character kills a guy that he didn't really need to, but he did.
Yeah.
And the Christoph Waltz goes, I made a deal for that man's life. Like they're gonna kill you for that.
Right.
And he goes, nah, more like chewed out.
Yeah,
I've been chewed out before.
I'm gonna get chewed out.
We'll be chewed out.
I can take a chew out. No problem. I'm very, very accustomed to getting chewed out. Well, thank you guys so much for being here today. That was a lot of fun. So again, the schedule for tomorrow is as follows. We will discuss the Padres early game today. It's Kyle Hart on the bump for the Padres. Would love to find a way to scratch out a win today. Padres are pretty serious underdogs out there in Detroit today, based on I think who we're throwing and who they're.
What do we know about Reese Olson?
I was just talking to Sammy Levitt about that, who's sitting out there. He's going to be coming in to do his Eco Water pregame show here in a moment. Reese Olson's a good pitcher, Paul. He's got like a 5-pitch mix. We touched him up for a couple of homers last year. Or a couple of years ago. Guess who hit him? Juan Soto took him deep twice. So we've had some success against them. They have never seen Kyle Hart in Detroit. So we have the element of surprise working in our favor today in Detroit. But today's going to be one of those days. Offense is going to need to step up against a pretty good pitcher. They have a really good rotation in Detroit. They really have the ability to make some noise with Casey Mize and Jackson Jobe and Jack Flaherty. I mean, they're they're pretty solid team with a good bullpen. So want to get to this cat early. Want to get to him early. Kyle Hart keeps you in the game, man, for 4 innings. Turn it over to your bullpen, see what happens. But they're like I said, they're like plus 150 today to win that game. So Vegas definitely doesn't think the Padres can do it. I do. I think they can win this game.
Absolutely.
And get back on the plane. And again, that 3-3 road trip is just so important. I told you guys earlier in the show, every team in baseball that's at the top of their division, other than the Cubs right now, has a 500 or worse record on the road. It's absolutely okay. You want to be road warriors, no question. I feel like last year the Padres were bad at home early, good on the road.
We've seen that.
We've seen that before. Padres are dominating baseball teams at home right now. Petco Park turning into a house of horrors.
12-1.
Keep that rolling this weekend against the Tampa Bay Rays. But if you can find a way to get back 3-3, that is such a job well done. Gives everybody a good vibe going into the off day. Gives us something to talk about on the round table.
I said on the round table last week, I was expecting a 4-2 road trip.
Yeah, I actually was too.
And quite frankly, if they can win today and go 3-3, I really feel like Saturday in Houston was a very winnable game with Michael King on the mound.
Big time.
They would have been 4-2.
They would have been 4-2.
Got to go out and get this one today.
Yeah, get this one today, and we'll call it a day. Sammy Levitt's going to be joining us here in just a minute. Is he going to come in? Does he want to do like a little Sammy, you want to do like a little mini crossover? You want to come in and get set up? All right, Sammy.
Come on in, Sammy.
Sammy's looking good today, man.
It's always looking good.
He's looking sharp. Got his air fryer going. Looking thin.
That air fryer will change a man.
Looking thin and trim and ready to go. Yeah, Sammy's going to come in, and we'll be here till we got here about another 6 minutes here today. But I've had a lot of fun. I always miss Ben when he's gone. But I'll say this: as like a married couple that we are, we needed a break from each other. We have been sniping at each other a little bit more than usual. He's stressed out. The guy works like 18-hour days, and then he's got to deal with me every day. And then when he leaves, he's got me and Paulie doing prank calls about him. Did you hear those prank calls, Sammy?
I did not.
You will appreciate them very much.
Yeah, I got to go back and listen on the Odyssey app to the Ben and Woods podcast.
How are you,
I
buddy?
will catch up. I'm good. Everything's good.
Make sure you use the rewind feature and go back to about 8:45. You can hear all the prank calls.
I will. Everything's good.
Good.
Life's good.
Air fryer's good. I see you getting a lot of views.
Good. Air fryer is very good. I've what have I made?
You made salmon?
I made salmon. Came out beautifully.
Now I don't like salmon.
Oh, I love salmon, and I love salmon in the air fryer.
Came out.
Does your house reek of salmon?
No, not as much as if I were to cook it.
Okay.
If I were to cook it, it would have been worse. There was a little bit of that.
Yeah.
When you have a small apartment, you kind of the deal. You
Yeah,
kind of
you gotta
always
wear it.
have that. You have that salmony, fishy smell for about a day or so. But it gets out of there. I'll tell you what I made, which was really good. This is the benefit of the air fryer, because this is something I've never done, and this is a little bit more, and people are going to laugh, but this is a little bit beyond what I usually do cooking wise. But I had eggs, I had peppers, and I thought to myself, I want like a potato with it, right? Some sort of home fry type thing, some sort of potato. So I'm in Whole Foods, and I'm looking in the frozen section, looking at the hash browns and whatnot. And I'm looking at the calories, honestly, on them. I'm like, man, these are all really rough. And I'm trying to watch what I eat. I'm trying to drop
I hear
a
you,
few
dude.
pounds,
I am too.
So I say to myself, all right, I have the air fryer. Let me quickly look up on my phone. How do you make home fries in the air fryer? Couldn't be easier. Got a potato. I peeled the potato, cut up the potato into little pieces. Diced it.
Yep.
Olive oil, paprika, salt, pepper, some onion powder. Mixed it up in a bowl, threw it in the air fryer, maybe 10 minutes, not even.
Yeah. Phenomenal.
I mean, diner level home fries.
And much healthier than the one you were going to get in the bag.
And I had eggs with peppers, a nice little omelet, no cheese or anything like that in the home fries. And I said to myself, I'm running a diner in here.
It's Sammy's
I am
diner.
running a diner.
I'm so proud of you.
I was so proud of myself. So
somebody said earlier that you should now, when you post your food, brought to you by Ben and Woods, and we'll give you a logo, and you can put it on there.
Slap that on those videos.
We could do a paid partnership.
That way we get the credit. It's not a paid partnership. It's more of trade.
More of a trade.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
Real quick,
a trade. Yes.
We just got to get a quick legal ID here.
Okay, let's do that.
Let
Very
everyone know
experienced in
where
this.
they're listening. You want to call
You want
for
me
it?
to do it?
Yeah.
Let's pause for station identification here on 97.3 The Fan.
KWFN and KWFN HD1 San Diego.
Hey, this is Mike Schill.
Fernando at the wall, leaps up. Oh, he made the catch.
The Padres play here on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
And Odyssey Sports Station.
And we do have a lineup that has been released, and let's give that to you guys right here. Happy birthday, by the way, to Gavin Sheets. It's his birthday today. It's been a revelation for the San Diego Padres. Not super fun to watch play defense. I will say that. He's definitely more of a designated hitter.
That would have been a web gem for Jose Iglesias last night had Gavin Sheets picked it
Correct.
on the other end.
Yeah, that was a really nice
seemed
play.
like a pickable.
It did. I mean, he doesn't have a ton of reps over there. Maybe he'll get better with time, Sammy. But Fernando Tatis Jr. gets a day off his feet. Yeah. He's going to be the designated hitter today. Manny was off his feet yesterday. Gavin Sheets will be playing first again. Manny Machado back at third. Xander Bogaerts at short. Tirso Ornelas getting a start in left field. Oscar Gonzalez moving over to right field. Jose Iglesias again, second base. Tyler Wade back in center. Martin Maldonado doing the catching today after Diaz caught last night. I said it earlier too. I don't know why they're doing that thing where they put the catcher last. Like the slow kind of clogs up.
Especially in front of Fernando.
Especially in front of Fernando. There's a reason. There's a reason. It's not willy-nilly. It's not Schilt not knowing what he's doing. There's a reason that they're doing it. If it were me, I like to pick apart. And Schilt loves when I pick apart he loves when I pick apart his decisions. It's his favorite thing. I should text him. Hey, boy, why are you putting Maldonado last? Why wouldn't you want a speedy Tyler Wade?
Wasn't there a day where they did put?
They did. It was Connor Joe, I think, was
interesting. I wonder why they decided to do that.
I don't know.
That day.
I don't know. You see that a lot, though. You see that a lot.
I wasn't really zeroed in on it that day.
The slow catcher hitting in the
But I agree with you. Look, Fernando has hit a lot of solo home runs.
Yep.
In fact, I think it was Chris Ello who told me this on his way out of the studio yesterday. The Padres have not hit a 3-run home run or a grand slam, obviously, so far this year.
Today would be
kind of weird.
Today would be a great day for a 3-run home
would
run.
be tremendous.
We need it desperately.
Good start, solid start from Kyle Hart. I'll tell you what, with how banged up they are, you get out of Detroit winning 2 out of 3 and you make this a 3-3 road trip. Sign me up.
You're not lying,
and
man.
You're guaranteed for still the best record in baseball coming home.
Yeah,
I know. Like, it doesn't mean a ton in like the big picture, but considering all the injuries they've had, if you can maintain something like that and you come home 18-7, I mean that is significant. I mean, I think at that point they start to get a lot of credit for playing pretty well despite being so banged up.
It's been pretty impressive. And again, talking about their margin, of loss, even they've been in almost every game they played this year. We want to win every game, certainly, but to see them fight as hard as they have, they're not getting blown out.
No,
they are battling, as Jace Tingler like to say. But yeah, man, these guys are. It's a big one today. It's a big one. It's a fun one. Get back on the plane, get on back, get rested for a day, and then get ready to face some really nasty pitching in Tampa Bay. Those guys can bring it. They always do. But should be a really fun weekend at Petco Park as well. But we still got a couple more shows for you. Going to have a fun day tomorrow. Thanks so much to all the Tier 1s for being here. Really appreciate you. We'll be back tomorrow, 6 a.m., hopefully talking about a Padres victory and a 3-3 road trip. We got the round table tomorrow as well. So settle in. Yeah. Oh, you're going to be there?
I'm in.
Oh, that made my day. Sammy on the round table. You guys have a great rest of your day. We love you very much. We'll talk to you soon. Go Padres.